Butterfly Dreamer, and this month is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. The reason we as warriors fight so hard for the disease is because it's a painful, invisible disease affecting the red blood cells. This is why it is considered an invisible disease, because you can't see it on the outside unless pain is happening. Sickle cell anemia is an inherited disease passed on by the sickle cell trait and is not contagious, and it is the reason why it is so important to get checked for the sickle cell trait and or disease. The disease most commonly is found in African American and Spanish people. However, it is not just a black disease, contrary to popular belief. When someone with sickle cell disease, not trait, has a crisis, painful events, it's happening when the red blood cells form mutated, breaking off and or contour into sickle and or crescent moon shapes, making it easily to block blood flow and causing painful events as previously mentioned. This leaves the person with less healthy red blood cells to circulate. Because of this, it can leave a warrior lacking oxygen and blood count. When certain blood flows are blocked, can cause organ damage, failure, and various underlying issues to do with bone issues, growth spurts, and as well as asthma. As a warrior, the importance of Sickle Cell Awareness Month, this month, goes deeper than subathon and or mini foundation. It goes deeper than one could ever imagine. Not many are aware of the pains that we have to face on a day-to-day basis, and the amount of time taken away from us from the things and people we'd love to share with the most. It's why such foundations such as the Carol's Promise Sickle Cell Foundation are important to not only help find cures, but also spread awareness by re-educating doctors, family members, friends, and the community about this invisible blood disease. Please consider not only joining in the spreading of Awareness Month, but doing your part too to help spread the truth about sickle cell disease and how it affects us sufferers of the disease. Thank you for your time. Regards the warriors, Rarity, Sentient Sword, and my Twitch husband, Blue Shadow, and myself. Hi, welcome to my stream. I am Butterfly Dreamer, and this month is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. The reason we as warriors fight so hard for the disease is because it's a painful, invisible disease affecting the red blood cells. This is why it is considered an invisible disease, because you can't see it on the outside unless pain is happening. Sickle cell anemia is an inherited disease passed on by the sickle cell trait. Hi, welcome to my stream. I am Butterfly Dreamer, and this month is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. The reason we as warriors fight so hard for the disease is because it's a painful, invisible disease affecting the red blood cells. This is why it is considered an invisible disease, because you can't see it on the outside unless pain is happening. Sickle cell anemia is an inherited disease passed on by the sickle cell trait and is not contagious, and it is the reason why it is so important to get checked for the sickle cell trait and or disease. The disease most commonly is found in African American and Spanish people. However, it is not just a black disease, contrary to popular belief. When someone with sickle cell disease, not trait, has a crisis, painful events, it's happening when the red blood cells form mutated, breaking off and or contour into sickle and or crescent moon shapes, making it easily to block blood flow and causing painful events as previously mentioned. This leaves the person with less healthy red blood cells to circulate. Because of this, it can leave a warrior lacking oxygen and blood count. When certain blood flows are blocked, can cause organ damage, failure, and various underlying issues to do with bone issues, growth spurts, and as well as asthma. As a warrior, the importance of Sickle Cell Awareness Month, this month, goes deeper than subathon and or mini foundation. It goes deeper than one could ever imagine. Not many are aware of the pains that we have to face on a day-to-day basis, and the amount of time taken away from us from the things and people we'd love to share with the most. It's why such foundations such as the Carol's Promise to My Foundation are important to not only help find cures, but also spread awareness by re-educating doctors, family members, friends, and the community about this invisible disease. Please consider not only joining in the Spreading of Awareness Month, but doing your part too to help spread the truth.
Uriai_love69 has subscribed for 15 months in a row. 15 total. You are amazing. ZAADDDDYYY. Baba Mama.
Blue Shadow 31, and myself. People have asked what sickle cell disease is and the differentiation between the disease and the trait, and how it affects many, including myself. I briefly explained before throughout this entirety of this month how sickle cell
Wait, you gotta show us the video too.
And impact many different. You may just be just as curious too, as you heard me discussing about sickle cell, but may not know what it is and why this disease and this month is so important. Luckily, as a warrior of the sickle cell disease, I am here to explain the difference of the trait and the disease and how it varies, and the importance of why Sickle Cell Awareness Month, this month, is so crucial. I truly hope by the end of this, you'd help spread awareness about sickle cell disease and also other diseases that are invisible. Sickle cell is oftentimes referred to by warriors and many others as the invisible disease. The reason why many refer to it as an invisible disease is because sickle cell is an internal disease that impacts sufferers of the disease, warriors, by attacking their red blood cells. Let's take a look about the history of blood for a moment. We all know blood moves through the veins through your heart normally 60 through 100 times per minute, which means your blood flows regularly around 1.2 to 4 milliliters minutes. The history of blood 2023. That means your red liquid gold travels 3 feet per second from the moment it leaves your heart, flows through your veins. How does this impact those who suffer from sickle cell disease? Great question. As you may not know, sickle cell disease is a genetic disease passed down through genetics where the mutation of the beta globin, the gene which is responsible for sending instructions for your body to make its protein beta globin. Note, beta globin is just a component of a larger protein known as the hemoglobin S, located inside your red blood cells. Whenever the beta globin sends its protein's information to the hemoglobin S is responsible for changing the flexibility of red blood cells. Normal red liquid is circular in shape. With sickle cell disease, the beta globin gene becomes deformed, mutated, and sends out mutated faulty hemoglobin proteins. So, what was once normal red circular blood becomes sickle in shape, hence the name. The sickle-shaped blood can block blood flow. Let's think about that for a minute. Whenever you hold your breath is begging to breathe. You're seeking air. And when you finally reach the surface, your body breathes. It's something it does normally. It's something that it does naturally. Breathing. Just like breathing, your blood flow and restrictions of blood flow can feel just like this, normal. Whenever sickle-shaped blood cells restrict blood flows, it can result in severe pain, known by warriors as crises, causing underlying issues, organ damage, pain, asthma, are just a list of few things. Whenever your blood is blocked, your blood dies off faster because it's not healthy, which can result in a decrease of blood when blood transfusions are necessary. Most times, transfusions can also lead to underlying conditions such as iron overloads, infections, etc. While there are no cures for sickle cell disease as of yet, your contribution of spreading information is and can be helpful. If you have healthy blood, you can donate to your nearest blood bank. Contrary to popular belief, your blood does help save lives. If you want to, you can help spread the word about sickle cell disease, even when it's not Sickle Cell Awareness Month. If you are living with the trait, it is important for you to be knowledgeable of how just important having the trait can be. Your trait can pass down onto your children, and or you yourself can make a child with the disease. So knowledge is power in this situation. Sickle cell disease is not just a Black disease, which is a myth. It impacts many, but is most commonly found in African Americans and Latin people. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Am I still muted? Hey, and welcome. I got my this. Yeah. I hope everyone is doing great. I still have the chat muted, so give me a second to have my lo-fi in the background because she muted. Oops. Let's not make this a ghetto stream that we thought we was gonna have. Clearly. Clearly over here struggling with like 2 screens. Hey, and welcome everyone. Frosty over here trying to be a Crips, talking about all this blood talk. What about the Crips? You know what? Some of them Crips gonna have sickles. I hope everyone commands the amazing warriors that are. Today is a special day. We are not going to shout out anybody but the warriors that are here. I want to show honor and respect to the amazing queens and kings that are here who are taking the time out of their day to talk about what it's like to live with sickle cell. Okay? To spread awareness is also to be very well informed, and the reason behind that video was inspired by someone who had the sickle cell trait but didn't know what that means. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of like having AIDS and not telling somebody about that, because you can give birth to a child with the disease and then your whole life from there on out is completely changed. So that's what Awareness Month is more so about, is about how our pain translates to us, because like I said, it is an invisible disease. I feel like it's not just my duty, but the duty of every warrior, or if you come in contact with somebody who has an invisible disease, to be there for them and to understand. It's your responsibility to listen and to hear that, to understand. You know, we just want to be heard and understood, rather than like you look like you're normal. You can't see what's going on the internal. You can't physically see that. So I want to say thank you to all my buttercups, to Jazzy Lamaya, Frosty, Yuri Love 69, Drowsy Sauce, Kickstop, Jen D. If I say your name all wrong, I'm so sorry. Jen Deviant. Everybody who opened up their community to be here. I cherish y'all so fucking much. Today is a very special day. We have the warriors in the house. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
This is amazing because last year it was just me and Blue, and now it's an amazing festivities of queens and kings that are here, and we're unicorns right now. We're in our little hey. She ready. Tiffany had it. But yeah, I want to ensure that everybody feels understood. It's been 24 months. Right? Anniversary. Yo, this is unbelievable. You have been right all in my world for a little over the 2 years now. It's been, don't want to take away from the special stream, but had to tell my wife, the beautiful Twitch wife, you are phenomenal in so many ways. And thank you for bringing all of us together. I didn't bring us together. It was a destiny, okay? We Destiny's Child. When the back when they had 4 members, not 3.
Oh my God.
We Latavia, Latoya, Kelly, and Beyonce. I forgot Beyonce. Beyonce out the group. That was our whole thing. I was like, who's the other girl? Oh shit! I forgot the man's star. Bae.
Who's the other girl?
Listen. Hope everybody can hear me. Hope everybody can hear lo-fi in the background. I'm sorry if you heard me. Like, listen, I'm gonna do a check real quick. Can you hear the music? I don't think you can hear the music. What in the Afro DJ? You know what? I'm gonna turn this up a little bit, even though lo-fi gonna tear out my ears. What y'all hearing lowly is blaring in my ear. So if y'all can't hear that, I do apologize. But lo-fi is busting up my ears. Okay, but without further ado, I'm going to ask my moms to shout out the Warriors as I state them. I feel like they all deserve their stage. So I'm going to introduce each person and I'm going to let them tell a little bit about themselves. And then we're going to give them a shouty. That's how it's going to work. And then we're going to go across the board like we spreading the bottles. You already know me. I'm Butterfly Dreamer. Don't need to reintroduce myself. But we have the amazing and beautiful Rarity that you see on the screen before you. Rarity, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, about your stream, about what you're doing. Go ahead.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite gem, Rarity. Well, I can't say your favorite gem, but maybe one day. But I'm Rarity. I love Butterfly. Thank you so much for doing this. I am honored and grateful to be here with y'all. I'm Rarity. I stream sometimes and I sell jewelry. Working on some other YouTubes, but right now it's just all about the Warriors and I'm grateful to be here. Like I said, I'm just grateful, but it's freaking amazing, but y'all know that already. And that's it. I'm passing it on.
Rarity. The next up, can I get a shouty for Rarity? If you're not following this amazing queen, you are missing out. Rarity is a gem. She is a diamond. She's the beautiful topaz that you are missing out on. If you ain't following this queen, you are missing out. Please go follow, subscribe, show Rarity the same love that you show me. I am not moaning today. Today is not moaning at all. I'm not nowhere. Don't forget.
One time for the one time.
One time for the one time. Oh, Rarity want me to. If Rarity says, I'll do it. You want to hear? I got you. She also sits on my face from time to time.
Oh,
Gary. Welcome in Anti-Social. How are you doing? Hey. If y'all ain't following again, Rarity, you're missing out. This queen is so amazing. Such a diamond in the rough. Y'all missing out. She doesn't stream from time to time. Check her out every time she goes live. She has her personal Discord, which you can feel free to go and join. She can link it in the or Blue can do that. She's phenomenal. I love her, and I'm so grateful to Yuri and Swift Remix for meeting her. She's just that amazing. I forgot to turn those on, but you know what? It's fine. Why your Abby head drowsy? Why your Abby head extra big? I feel like I'm watching a 3. Oh, because I rolled in on her, even though that was for drowsy. Here, I'll push her a little bit out. Is that better? Oh, look at the pokey cashew in the building. How are y'all doing? Welcome to Awareness Month. We are still doing Carol's Daughter Promise Sickle Cell Foundation. So if you want to donate, you could go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and finish giving. I'm going to donate to this charity $5 extra. If I donate, I ain't moaning. Okay. I'm not moaning. I'm not doing none of that because it's coming out my pocket. Okay. Give me a few minutes to do that. But before I do that, we are going to go ahead and show the amazing next person, King in line, the love. That is DGKPG. Now, he could go on and tell you about what his name represents and what that entails, because I can't do that because it's a lot. But go ahead. I'm gonna cut the lo-fi down because she blurred on my ear. But go ahead, DGKPG. Tell them a little bit about yourself, what you into, and what you like to do, King.
Okay, all right. Hello, everybody. From Butterfly Dreamer Stream, you know what I'm saying? I go by DGKPG, which stands for Delivering God's Kindness, Peace, and Glory. I mainly play a lot of games, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a variety streamer, so y'all can catch me on Twitch or YouTube or TikTok or Twitter or Instagram and all these platforms that we have. Y'all can catch me just, you know what I'm saying? Showing my gameplay and things like that, you know, and yeah, I am a sickle cell warrior, been living with it all my life. I don't know why the doctors keep asking me crazy questions, but you know what I'm saying? We here.
We all know that's like, so how long have you had the sickle cell? All my life.
Right?
I
just got it yesterday. I just got it yesterday.
Next time. Oh my God. I gotta tell y'all a story after this, but the next king in line, I feel like DGKPG ain't. Oh my gosh. Who? Rarity? No, you didn't. Now I gotta gargle. What the hell did I? Rarity over here doing stuff because I said I was. You know what? Hold up. I don't even know what's my goals. What the hell did I say my goals was? Oh, I don't even know. Oh Lord, donate. What? Oh my God, charity. I done forgot the words. I done forgot the catchphrase. One was to moan Rarity. The next one was to, oh God. At least I don't have to gargle. It's moan Rarity. And then I done forgot. You know what? I forgot. Gold, charity. What in the hell? I done forgot. Oh wait, maybe it's promise. Oh my God, I done forgot. Listen. Oh, there we go. $5 donated, automatic shout out. Okay, so we get to read shout out Rarity. And I get to moan your name for a whole minute. I got you. But that's after I get y'all know the moan is coming up. Rarity just had to do me dirty.
I was just donating.
Oh.
Cashew, pleasure seeing you streaming. Thank you so much. Rarity.
You said you was gonna donate another $5. I was like, I can donate another $5.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab my card. But first and foremost, I feel like y'all ain't introducing yourself enough. DGKPG also forgot to leave himself out over here, and so did Rarity. DGKPG is also you know, we rated him. He is also an Xbox whatever the hell partner, and he's a Ubisoft partner. Baby, you leaving out the final things, and she doesn't make just jewelry. She got a show with Rarity over there making jewelry and showing nothing. I make jewelry, but I ain't gonna show y'all.
I sell jewelry like this bracelet.
What?
See, like I sell jewelry. Like I got a whole bag over here. I can show y'all
Go
like
ahead,
a jewelry.
introduce it. This is a stream. You over there. I'm Rarity. I just Butterfly. Thank you so much. This is your time to shine, baby. Show it. Come on now. She over here making amazing jewelry. Poker in the building. How you doing, Poker?
I like this bracelet. It's paparazzi jewelry. I have a link.
I'm not even gonna moan right now.
It's not too noisy because I'm opening packages, but like this bracelet right here.
Look how beautiful.
That's nice.
Oh,
like, it's so
my
pretty
gosh.
and it's stretchy.
Yeah.
$5. It's just $5. Nickel and lip free.
Listen.
$5.
Listen, if you don't link your link so people could come over here and buy like me, because I'm a jewelry fanatic. I don't know if y'all know that, but I like sliced jewelry everywhere. I'd be like, ooh, the chunkier the better. And then I'd be slapping myself with it too, especially if it's chunky and it feels light. Oh my God, I'm a chunky light person because before I like had hoops. Look at this.
It's in bags. I do like private showings too, so like, but I got you anytime.
Okay.
But anybody, I do private showings because I have on hand stuff that's not like available on the website because it sells out fast, and then it's stuff on the website too. So like, and I got some guy stuff too. It's not just for the ladies. Like I got some guy stuff too.
She over here stunting on the ladies and the gentlemen. She got the ladies and the gents. DGK. Okay. Spell your name, please.
DGKPG, yes, ma'am.
DGKPG.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, DGKPG. If you're not following DGKPG, you're missing out. Please go show DGKPG the same love that you would show me. Go ahead and follow Rarity. She amazing. Listen, I had it wrong. I had DGKPG. Wait, DGGBK. I was like, who is this?
It's alright.
I said, no, you can't, bitch.
This amazing.
It's a lot of
king
letters
is-
sometimes,
So
you know?
it is. This amazing king is a Ubisoft partner. He could race his ass off. I joined his little thing on Ubisoft. We friends now. We haven't played. Oh, why the link don't work? You know what? I'm gonna mod you. That's why it ain't working. How do I mod you? / Ah! Listen, mod commands. Son of a hoe. Oh, this is what I get. This is what I get. Just once. No, just once. Lord, I'm open the ads. Oh my God.
Take your time.
This is the ghetto lo-fi.
Good.
The whole motherfucking hood. I'm only Rarity on cam. Why?
Right.
Listen, I don't feel good. I really don't. And my titties is out. It's about to be. You already know this year. It's hot. If y'all make $150, we meet $150 goal for the donation. I will get on camera. I don't care if I'm hot and sweaty. Titties out. Mom spaghetti. I got bars. I'm ready. We about to make Carol's Foundation litty. Oh, I just came. I told you, Butterfly. You did. But if we reach that goal of 150, I will get on cam. I will do all the other things. And if we go surpass that, it'll be a 24-hour stream, whether I'm feeling it or not. We might watch movies, but I still be here like Stoopy. Bars. Listen.
All right, okay. She got that.
The amazing other king we about to shout out is all about the Benjamins, baby. The blue, blue, boo. The amazing everything that he do. He's Sonic and he know what to do. He gonna say that he doesn't stream right now, but he do. Bars. Blue Shadow 31 and his Mama Shadow, are here as a featured guest. Blue Shadow, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then Mama Shadow, go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm gonna be quiet, let the stream hear you. Tell them about what you're doing, what you're about, what is Mama Shadow is, you know, like her blessing and her whole beautiful organic ministry of her message. Just tell everybody about yourself, Blue and Mama Shadow.
Want to go first? No. Well, I mean, I think you covered it all, but for those that didn't hear everything Butterfly just said, I am Blue Shadow 31, and where do we start? Well, I am at an age now where I use phrases like I'm at that age now. And you know, so it's a bit bittersweet, you know, when you're old enough to watch your little nieces and nephews grow up and get tall and get just as tall as you, and you know, make you want to do something and push them, or you know, hey, just because you tall don't mean you know, remember you came after. Anyway, sorry, getting off track. Yeah, you know, but
Yeah. Hey, listen, if my nephew get bigger than me, you know what I'm saying? I'm chopping his knees. I'm chopping at his
yeah,
knees.
for real, you know, like,
Hey,
so get your back.
hey,
About to hit you in the stomach. But let me see. You said games. Well, when I did stream, it was mostly action adventure games. I love action adventure and hack and slash games. So anything Sonic, Zelda, Mega Man, Devil May Cry. Haven't played Bayonetta yet, but I've seen two beautiful ladies who played the mess out of it, and yeah, I kind of want to try it myself. So Oh, see now. Why you guys say that while you on mute? See, I have people thinking I talk to myself, but you don't do that. I know, but they gonna think that anyway. Let me see. I don't know. What else? Yeah. Sure am. I'm trying to run down the clock since you said, we're not taking up as much time. Trying to think what else.
You can take as much time as you want to. I'm gonna say this on stream. It does not matter. We all here. We all doing healthy. We all smiling. That's the best part of being warriors, is smiling and being able to have that authentic happiness for just, even if it's the short time, because sometimes that pain be like, ha psych, and you're just like, oh my god, you ready to punch a Teletubby in the gut. But continue, Blue. Take your time. You and Mama Shadow, this is your time. The spotlight is on you. Go ahead. What's that one song? Like, my name is da 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 da, and then it's your turn.
I was thinking of that the other day.
Listen.
Yeah,
that's an actual song.
I don't know.
It used to be like a school thing. It's
right,
like,
you should introduce yourself in a song, like my name is Butter, and I do it just cause if you don't like it, Butter. Now I'm gonna pass you to Blue. Go ahead, Blue, and then it's your turn.
Okay, I haven't heard that. Must not have been in the right playground.
Listen, I was inside because I couldn't go outside. I was like, "What's my name?" Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I love how polite you and Mama Shadow was. Like, you want to go first, and Mama was like, "No, you go. Go ahead."
Right.
My warrior baby goes first, and she said, "Mama over there killing it." I'll wait till you hear Mama. Mama ain't nothing like Mama. Mama is a divine. Blue is a divine reflection of Mama. That literally, in a nutshell, are just beautiful souls. Vinny, did I suck out your words?
No, I'm passing the mic to Mama Shadow, but she's a bit shy. So hold on a second.
Oh, let me ease her in. Mama, how are you doing? I gotta ease her in. It's like wearing new shoes. New shoes.
Me too. Yeah. How is everyone? Hello. It's such an honor and a privilege to be here with you today. And I am so grateful to all of you for coming together and sharing what you're going through, because what it will do and what it is doing is uplifting others and making them unashamed of having an invisible blood disorder. It's very difficult to live life day by day, but together you make it work. Together you share what you go through. And even though we're smiling and laughing today, the pain still exists. Everyone, those who don't know, the pain still is there. It goes low and then it comes up high. And usually we're unaware of when it's going to attack. But the best medicine is the medicine of togetherness, sharing, laughter, singing, doing all that you do today, telling jokes, being real, being down to earth, and knowing that you are special. And you are, because you're teaching others how to live. How to live even though it's a challenge. Lots of people don't realize the challenges that they face every day because they're just swimming along and ignoring stuff. But unfortunately, when you have an invisible disorder, you don't just swim along. You try to keep from drowning. And so I am so happy to be here with all of you because it truly, truly matters. You, each of you, truly matters. And I want to say that being Vinny's mom has allowed me to ride along with you because from a little kid, when he was in the hospital, I was there. I never left because they don't see the pain. And that's part of the problem, pain is not always evident, and even when it is, it's unbelieved. So being his mom was my duty, I felt, to be there to explain, because there were times when Vinny wasn't able to even speak because the pain was so bad. And it wasn't that he was faking, he just couldn't talk because it was just a struggle. So I have myself and my daughter, Chena, his sister, have been on this journey with him from the very beginning. And she's here with us today also.
Hi.
And she probably would like to say something. And I am going to open the door for her to say something about caring for her brother and watching him develop.
Thank you for your words.
Thank you. That was amazing. Go ahead, Chena. I'm ready for what Chena gonna say. Mama Shadow came right.
Shout out moms, man.
Mama is
real.
Listen, Mama is just a shared mama. Thank you so much to the beautiful Blue and Mama Shadow and Chena, who is about to speak. And thank you so much for being here. Go ahead, Chena. Introduce yourself.
She might not speak because the phone just hung up.
Well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. While we waiting for Chena to get back on the line, if you ain't following Blue Shadow 31, you missing out. He comes with a whole charity of love as big as his super heart is. I told you that Blue is a divine reflection of his mama, and I didn't prove me wrong. Couldn't prove me wrong right there. So please go follow Blue Shadow 31 and the amazing Mama Shadow, who is the mama bear of the amazing baby Blue Bear. Okay.
My God.
My snuggle bunny. My Twitch husband. Real
Oh.
Hi, how are you doing, King? I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome on into the Sickle Cell Awareness Month co-stream with the amazing Blue Shadow 31, DGKPG, Verity, Mama Shadow, and Chena. Did I say that right? Chena, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at me. I'm over here slaying names because usually I'd be like, and even though they are not here, we are still going to keep them in our heavenly prayers and wish them amazing because the weather has been hard on all of us. Shout out to Sentient Sword, who I am going to shout out right now. Ow. That was my arm. Sentient. How do I spell the name? Lord, if I spell it wrong, just know I've been spelling everything wrong. Please go follow, subscribe, show Sentient Sword the same love that you would show me. I can't even press enter. Look.
You want me to do it? I'll do it.
I got it. Boom. Look at me spelling names right in everything. I thought I messed it up. This computer is slaying. Shout out to Realm of Ego, who helped me build this PC. She over here eating. She's like cake, ice cream. Hello.
It's okay. It's okay.
We're ready for chat.
The amazing
They want
Blue
to know
Shadows.
if you'd like to say anything, greeting to the stream.
Introduction to yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear her?
A little bit.
I'll try and put it closer to the mic. Hold on a sec.
My mic sounds nice. Check 1, check 2. Hello, Chena.
Oh, hi, I'm I just really want to say blessings to all of you, and it's just a really good feeling to know that he actually now has friends who understand what he goes through. Because as a little kid, when he was growing up, he felt like he was the only one who was sickle. And even though Mom told him no, he wasn't, and even though I told him he wasn't, and we spoke to him, we prayed to him, we told him he was just normal, that a lot of things, he always felt like he was alone. So I'm very appreciative, that he now has y'all in his life who makes his day, each and every day to him. And it makes him happy, really. Because he always felt like he was alone by himself. Even growing up, he was a kid who said that he never wanted to be with anybody, he never wanted to get married, he never wanted to have children, because he never wanted to have children who will be born sickly. But now he knows that he's not the only one. And I'm just happy that he also has y'all in his life. So thank you.
You about to make me cry, Chief.
I'm over there crying already. I'm over here in tears. Tina.
I swear, I'm like, dang, I'm feeling a little emotional.
Right. What the heck?
I'm not crying, I'm just sweating from my eyes.
First and foremost, Tina, I think it's an honor and a privilege to know Blue. I'm grateful. And I'm very honored to call him a friend and to have this amazing door that not only specifies what we go through, but this community of love and understanding the fact that he's got a whole community now of warriors, and not warriors, but people who back the warriors, who are warriors themselves, showing love to just him and us as a community. It means so much. People don't understand how hard it is to feel like you're the only one going through something, and facing that alone can become depressing and mentally take a toll on someone. So the fact that you guys reminded him, like, you're not the only special unicorn, we're here, we exist, it made him stronger. And now he sees, and he didn't know, but I knew he was gonna be my Twitch husband. And he was like, and then he was like, so I don't know if y'all know this, but the first time I met Vinny was in a stream from Perfect Pixel. He raided in. I remember the story like it's yesterday. And Blue comes in, and I'm over here. I got you, Rarity, by the way. I'm over here like, if y'all don't know, I associate like anything that feels good or horrible with moaning, because it's comedy. It's something that, like, Tony Braxton taught me that as an early age. From I Get So High, I was in the backseat of the car playing her. That's the backstory of that. So everything that hurts, I moan. I just try to make it into something that's funny and reactive, and that y'all don't hear me ouching through the pain. I think the only one that knew that was Blue, because he was like, you're in pain right now, but I can hear it, but you're over there. But it's just a way to make people feel comfortable. And through that connection, he heard me saying his name. He was like, go follow Blue, show him the same love that you showed the cool. And he was like, okay. And then we had a conversation. I went away from stream for about like 3 weeks, and my community knew, because I was more so responsive. And I think that's when we had that conversation, Rarity, about how like T-Boz motivated me to be honest. From like growing up from 22 on up, I was very honest about my physical physician and what I was going through, and verbal to other people, and how that translates to me. When I was in pain and said, I can't do this, I'm not doing that. Like, people got used to me being around, because with sickle cell comes insomnia. Like, people don't know that, but it keeps you up. And people are like, oh, you're not asleep yet. No, like, they thought I never slept, but I did, but it just wasn't in the time frame that they imagined. So when my doctor was like, you got to start taking more care of yourself, that's when I decided to be verbal about it, because I needed to. People didn't understand, and it was my duty to, like, this is what I go through. You can't see it. You can't, if you're not seeing what I'm going through, you can't physically understand it. So it was so rare. So when I had to reopen that on stream, because I changed my name from the Owlnest to the Buttercup Factory, people were like, oh, new, and they were like, oh, so what is this, and is this contagious? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's hereditary, so it's passed on through your genes, blah 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 blah. And he heard me, he came in on that because it was a raid. He heard me talk about that, and then after that we had a conversation. He was like, so what is that you go through? I was like, I have sickle cell anemia. And he was like, me too. no. And I was like, oh, you're my Twitch husband, by the way. And we ever since then, we've been, arm in arm together. Too High, Too Fly, how are you doing, Too High? Howdy, partner. There's a snake in my boot. What? Shout out.
Okay, Toy Story.
Go ahead. We this is a pass the mic, so if you have something that's relatable, I want you to share it. I'm more so gonna be the questionnaire because everybody knows me. Everybody knows Butter with the sickle cell, with the awareness, with the pride. Like, I don't give a fuck about subathon. I give a fuck about awareness. Like, before there was a thing called September, I was like, it was awareness. I was like, you know what? This is what it's gonna be. Forget you, Twitch. I love you, but this is my platform. So it's all about that.
They gonna recognize.
Listen, we had to struggle last year to get it. The struggle to get sickle cell awareness. I remember before my signature was on it was only 5 other people before it became 6, and I was like, oh no, honey. And when I tell you, everybody moved to get that there, and then within a week later, it was a part of the. I was ecstatic. Blue was ecstatic. We was all up like, ah. And I was like, so yes. So
I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
I was like, really, y'all right here the whole time? The whole time. Like
the whole time.
So
thank you so much to the Buttercup Factory, to Jazzy Lamaya's community, to Fiji Sosa's community, to Blue Shadows community, to Perfect Pixels community, to Yuri Love 69 community, to Verity's community for getting that off the ground, to It's Lisky, to Frosty Boy. Thank you to everybody that was behind that to push that and who signed their name to that to help us warriors get that as a noticeable charity, because that was like, what in the hell? But yes, but I want to say thank you for everybody who's showing up. I'm just going to be asking questions and having a chill talk. We're going to try to treat this like a 106 in Park kind of thing where we just chill and have everybody here just, oops, why am I over here? My bad. I'm over here trying to get everybody their shine. We're just sitting here chilling, and I'm going to ask a series of questions. And from those questions, I will just, want the warriors to answer honestly. If y'all didn't know, the reason why I didn't stream last week is because I just came out of a crisis, and I'm not, I'm smiling through the pain. That's what we do, especially when we can. This meant a whole lot to me. So I wanted to ensure that everybody here was here, and and thank y'all so much for showing out. Thank you so much to Blue for shouting out the community, Rarity, DGKPG, everybody here. I cherish you so much. This is important. I cherish y'all so much to come together as a community. Thank you to my ma, Jerry, Drowsy, Jazzy. I'm gonna be donating to the Carol's Promise Sickle Foundation because this is so important to me, because it's a promise that a daughter kept to her mom, Carol, about I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure that not only that we try to find a cure, but that it sticks, and that we spread this awareness, and that we do everything in our power to re-educate doctors and medical physicians towards that knowledge, because it's such a rare disease. So shout out to the Carol's Promise Sickle Cell Foundation, and it's an honor to represent you for this month. And thank you to everyone who donated during Subathon. I greatly cherish you. Brody Pie, who is my brother, I love you endlessly. Thank you so much for supporting me throughout the entirety of my streams, and so forth and etc. To my other brother, thank you so much for believing in me when I didn't even want to stream. So I'm grateful to everybody who's here and who has been in support of me, whether I'm up or down. We are going to talk about the limited income that we get, what we have to make stretch, why health is so important, why we hate going to the hospital. Everything's going to be covered today, so you don't have to ask questions. So without further ado, now that we got everybody on the way, I want to talk about the first question that I have for everyone is, what was it like when you first discovered and it really hit to you, registered about you having sickle cell, and what that meant to you about your condition and how much more different you were than everyone else? How did you process that? I know, right? I had to think about that.
Think about that one, yeah.
You never really think about it because until I was like, you know what? I had to ask that real question.
That's a real question.
I know, because we don't think about it until we ask that.
Don't think about it at all. I'm trying to think. I feel like definitely in like elementary school, I think I may have had a crisis or got sick or something, and I was out of school for a while. And when I came back, like people were like, "Where did you go? What happened?" And I was like, "I was sick. I got sickle cell." And then of course, you know, kids are mean. "Oh, you got cooties. It's contagious." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, you know, kids be mean. But I think that was like when it hit me, and I knew because like my doctor telling me like about me, so to speak. But you know, when you're a child, you don't really absorb that. You kind of like, what are you saying? And even like my mother, she didn't, and I don't think she still like really understands with the condition. But there was one time in particular, like we found out that I had sickle cell when I was a baby. So she said I kept having ear infections, and she took me to the doctor, and that's when she found out that I had sickle cell. And there was just like I said, that one time in particular, but the main one that's really like hit me upside my head, I think I was in the 5th grade, and with sickle cell we are more susceptible to clot, like to have blood clots. So I didn't know that. I had a blood clot on my spleen, and they ended up taking it out. They were like, "We need to take out your spleen because there's a clot on it and it could rupture, and we want to prevent that." And I'm like, what? You know, like I'm a kid. I'm trying to process this. So definitely for me, I would say elementary school, around those 2 times, because you know, you miss school if you're in pain or if you're sick, and people don't really understand. Sometimes your parents don't even understand, like, "Oh, you're okay." And it's like, no, really, I'm not. Like, I'm really not okay. Like, even now I'm talking to y'all and you wouldn't know I'm in pain. You wouldn't know unless I tell you or if I let it on. Like, it's just something that you just build up over time.
That immunity to grin through the pain. Like, that's something that people are like, "Oh, you don't sound like you're in pain." And the whole reason why, you know, I want to touch on that. Like you said that your mother really doesn't understand. I go through that a lot. I think that's one thing that we bonded on immediately, how family don't understand what you're going through. And I think the really first time that it hit my mom was when I was younger, and I won't say about the certain situations. I will say certain heavily religious people feel like the pray the pain away type of people, they don't get it. So I was in a really bad crisis. Instead of taking me to the hospital, they tried to pray it away for 6 days in a row, and to the point where I couldn't formulate words, I couldn't talk, I couldn't move. My eyes were jack yellow, and you know, my dad was like, fuck this bullshit, I'm taking my daughter to the ER. Like, and my dad, if it wasn't for my dad, like, I was very lethargic. There was like, her blood level, her oxygen level is low, she needs a transfusion. And I stayed in the hospital almost for 6 months during that time, I was like 6 years old, and I don't think it really registered to my mom as much as it did for my dad, because I don't think doctors do a really good job of explaining what it is, because they don't know how to handle it themselves. And one thing that my dad always told me, you don't understand what somebody's going through unless you see it or you hear it, or you know. It wasn't until my eyes and things started to appear that they were like, okay, this is very bad. And you know, I feel like a lot of people, when they hear you're normal, they don't know you're normal. Like, the pain that we face is so annoying. I won't lie, I won't sugarcoat it, it's annoying. And there's times that I try not to be frustrated and take it out on people, but I feel like that's something that we're taught is structure. So when I found out, for me registering that and It was when I was 6. Ever since then, I was like the whole "you're contagious," and I didn't tell everybody because of that. Like I told my best friend, and she wasn't my best friend no more. We 5 years old, threw the doll at me. I don't gotta keep your doll. I don't want it. You can have my doll too, and left because she thought she was going to catch the quote unquote sickle cooties. I was like, no. It hurts, and it's a sting. It's like an ouch. Instead of trying to understand, I think we're more so susceptible to understand STDs because it's so pushed out there than we are to understand what anemia is and sickle cell anemia and how it translates, to us. So I feel I really register and resonate on that because my mom still don't get it. She still don't understand it. And because it doesn't register to her, she has that privilege of not having the pain, but having the trait. She has that privilege to have a normal life and to see me struggle. And I will say that after that moment, it kind of did hit her a little bit because the CPS came out and was like, you're not taking care, it's your responsibility. Boom, bang, pow in the building. How are you doing, Queen? Welcome on into the Sickle Cell Awareness Month co-stream with amazing Rarity DGK PG, Blue Shadow 31, and feature guest with his mom and his sister, China. Welcome on in. I hope that you're doing great, Queen. And so right now we're asking a question of what was the defining moment that you realized, hey, your sickle cell is serious, and how did it define you, and what did that translate to you? So go ahead, Blue and DGKPG, whichever one wants to answer the question. But thank you so much, Verity, for your experience, and I'm so sorry that Boo Boo Kids was so boo boo. Boo.
Right.
I stopped talking. I stopped telling people after that too.
Man, it just silencing you. It's a big silence. It's just like, you know what? Fuck you. I started throwing rocks at kids then because that's why I couldn't play. I was like, I like you. I'm going to fling a rock at your ass. Get your attention.
My goodness.
Now you got my cooties. The reason why I was pumping at the age of 4 in closet took rock. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, DJ KPG. Go tell you.
You good. Okay, I was gonna ask if you could ask the question again. Just so I can think about it.
What? Yeah, because I think it took everybody by shock. When I tell you, I thought about these questions. I thought about like the most important things that mattered to, I feel like, all of us, because there was always this defining moment. The question is when you realize your sickle cell, because when we were kids, we're like, da 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 da, ouch, like I thought I was a super villain or a superhero with my eyes turning yellow, like, oh, I'm transforming. Look at me, bitch. So when was the defining moment that you
X-Men out here?
Right, when you realized that your sickle cell was serious, like it defined you? Like when was the defining moment? I was like, okay, this is serious. This is something that I have to take personal. And how did it impact you? How did that overall situation impact you? There's another meaty question. Look, Vinny over there composing too.
Blue, would you like to answer first? I gotta think of this one.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I gotta think a little bit because I don't know, my little situation kind of different.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mom.
Go ahead.
I think 2 of us were speaking at one time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're
sorry.
Right.
I can help out a little bit because Vinny started doing something and we all wondered, well, why are you doing that? Because his eyes would turn yellow, he started wearing shades all the time in school. He would always wear, to the point where some of his classmates thought he was blind because he was in a wheelchair and wearing shades. Go ahead, Vinny.
So they thought he was the modern day, what's his name? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Stevie Wonder. They thought he was Stevie.
I don't know why I was thinking Ray at first.
Ray Charles?
Yes, Stevie.
Oh, God. Well, building on that, yeah, when I notice something is wrong, other than just having pain every now and then, and it lasting for a few days at a time, was when my eyes changed color, and I didn't know, and still to this day, I don't know or feel my eyes changing colors. But because I don't remember if I was at a friend's house. I think maybe China was visiting someone, and she had me along with her, and I was talking to the kid that was there, and the kid started freaking out and was screaming and just ran off. And I was puzzled. I was like, what? I'm looking around. I'm like, what? Did he see a bug? Is there something behind me? And I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And I look closer, and I get closer, and I'm like, my eyes yellowy green? Oh, snap. I got powers! Oh, what can I do? What can I do? And so I start looking hard at stuff, thinking I'm gonna have lasers come out or see through stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't know how to use my powers yet. Oh, maybe I should, because then I started thinking negative. I'm like, oh, I don't want to hurt nobody, because what if I start laser beaming and can't control it like Cyclops from the X-Men? So, and I didn't want to freak anybody else out, because hearing that kid scream, I could still hear it like it was yesterday. So that's why, that's one of the reasons why I started wearing sunglasses, because that, and when people see you're different, like Rarity was saying, they are not too kind, and they'll ask a question first, like, oh, what's wrong with you?
Especially kids, they don't got no damn filter. They'll tell you how you feel in a minute. That's why I threw rocks. You want to say that I got cooties? I will throw the rocks at your forehead. You got the cooties too.
So I started wearing sunglasses and was like, okay, this way I can go to school and everything be all right. And then kids started asking, what's wrong with you? Are you blind? And I'm like, I don't have a stick for most of the part, when I was walking around. And I was like, I can move around tight corners. I move when someone is trying to get by. Don't you think that I can see to some point if I can maneuver? But it just, kids are smart and dumb at the same time. It's a powerful combination.
It is a powerful. Like they be like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, right there, and they'll stay with the "what's wrong with you?" and can we catch that, or oh, that's gross, you should go to another class. Oh, I heard, but
I'm sorry.
No, you good? Yeah, right.
I didn't hear that when I was going up.
Gina said, I'm gonna read some of the comments. Gina said, glad you had a sense of humor about the eyes changing color. I think we all had that though, because we really didn't know what was going on with our bodies. I had that. That was something that me and Vinny had the same similar reaction. I was like, I looked in the mirror and I was like, what is going on? I was like, you know what?
Like, what? Why are my eyes?
I'm special.
I never experienced that dark, the dark yellow or the yellow green, but mine would have a light yellow tint. And I remember when I actually noticed it, I'm like, what the
hell? Right.
Why am I? Am I tripping?
For me, it was very yellow. It was yellowish. It was yellowish greenish. It was almost pea color. I was like, ooh, what is going? I felt like my eyes was I literally thought that I had mom. You know how your family, your mom and your dad is you special. I was like, oh my god, I could see the special all over me. You're so special. can nobody do my magic power. And so when I went to school, one of the things that I found out, like my doctor told me, I was like, so why is the sky blue? Blah, 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 da, da, da. And she explained it. And I said, so why is my eyes yellow? Baby, you lacking oxygen. We need to go ahead and da, 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 da. She was like, I was like, oh, okay. I'm not so special anymore. But I used to in school, though, when I was growing up, because my eyes would change colors, and I know that I was improperly taking care of myself because, like I said, it was very difficult dealing with that. But that has to translate to me. So when kids was like, what's going on? And like, oh, what? I'll be like, I have superpowers. And you can't change your eye color. I lied and said my favorite color was yellow because my eyes is yellow. Like, you can't change yours. And I said, well, at night, I look like the moon. So my dad taught me how to do that. Like, so when my eyes closed, like, all you can see is me.
That's fire.
I know, right? But my dad taught me how to do that. I'm very appreciative to the things that, you know, my dad taught me how to cope when the world taught me nothing but pain and like indifference. I think we learned that as a younger age, especially being my cousin. That's the defining moment too, is when my cousin wouldn't even touch me because she said I had incurable disease that can kill. And she was like, at the time, our cousin had passed away. She didn't live to be 3, and so they thought that it was contagious, and that was her sister. And so she didn't understand it because she was around like 5 and I was like 6, and that really hurt. I was like, you know what, it's not, no, like she was like, she's gonna kill everybody, watch out, she's the Grim Reaper, basically. I'm like, she's sickles, like, you know, the little skull thing, the death, she's gonna kill you. Like, I was like, you kill people. I was like, no. And then she thought for the longest time that her sister was going to kill her, and then like I had killed her sister, and like I don't think it was specified enough to, you know, where you, especially when you're young, like you understood, but explain it to somebody else and what that translates to. I feel like kids are smart and dumb at the same time, like Vinny said. I just honestly feel like there has been one moment if I would have said, you know, hey, and I went into great detail, like, no, I'm human, I matter, and like I'm not gonna hurt you. It's not, you know, you can't catch it. Basically, I described like you can't catch my cooties. Like, it's internal. It's not, you know, if I cut myself and you cut yourself, like you could get it. No, that's not how it works. That's not, literally not. And I feel like people had misunderstood. There's a lot of times that people are like, I know what a sickle cell anemia is. It's when you cut yourself and you bleed out and you don't even know. I was like, what in the, no, that's a completely different disease, baby. What? I know what this is.
I hadn't heard that one.
Yes, like, it's just crazy. But go ahead, DJ KPG. Tell everyone about your defining moment when it really registered to you. I know you've been marinating on this. You went mute to marinate.
Yeah. Because I had to think back. I ain't think back in all them years. You know what I'm saying?
Shout outs to my higher self for dreaming of this question, because I literally woke up and was like, you know what, I'm going to ask this question.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I feel like my parents always kind of explained it to me good.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, definitely.
Because when you have one parent that understands and the other parent that's just like, what?
Oh, no. Right? They both was there. Because I had like a bad crisis when I was like a kid or something. I think I can't remember it personally, but like they would tell me like I was like 100-some degrees, and they could try to put me in like a tub of ice to cool me down.
Oh,
and nothing would like help me like calm down. It was crazy, but yeah. You know, they got a pastor come pray for me, and like my fever went down. And that's why I believe like so much in God, and so that's why my name is my name.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
At least your family did something about it. My mom was just putting holy oil, like, in Jesus' name, Satan of pain, get out of my daughter. I was like,
but like, they always told me to, like, you know, make sure I take care of myself, drink a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? And it was problems with kids at sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would call me PPIs and shit like that, and it's like, all right, whatever.
PPIs.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
See, that's why I threw rocks. I'm so proud of myself. Self to the shoulder. I was not playing with those kids. They call me names that they want PPIs. That's the best you could come with, man.
But like you, like my father, he taught me to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you ain't gotta get violent with them. They don't know.
OG daddies. Yeah, my dad was very upset when he found out I was throwing rocks at kids. So I was like, they hurt my feelings. I'm gonna hurt their heads. Catch my cooties.
One time this kid said something about my eyes. I went in the house, got a hammer.
See, listen, it was important.
And then my dad was like, nah, bro.
That violence is not the way.
Yeah, like, you know what? They don't understand, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it moving. It's all right. It's the family that's there for you, though. You know
that part. But not always. I don't think that's always. I think that, like, for me, I feel like family wants to be there, but they don't understand because they see, like, you this, but they don't know the pain you're going through. So they feel like you capable of flying a kite outside. Like, you up and running. You should go be able to get a job. You know what?
And they don't.
They just ain't take the time to understand. That's like the damn thing. But, you know, can't kind of, like,
let me tell you, I don't think some parents want to understand. I just honestly really feel that. I just feel like they want to understand and say they proud. They're like, my daughter is this, and she has this, but that's it. But what have you done? It. What have you done for me lately?
They don't really like. I don't know. It's like the capacity of the entire thing is like they want to, but they don't at the same time because
they only,
especially if your parent like doesn't have the actual disease, like if both of your parents have the trait or you know, like if excuse me, they haven't experienced it, like if nobody else in the family, they don't know. And like that's what I dealt with my parents. Like I think my mother, she does her best, but for the longest, like when it got to the point where I couldn't work anymore, they were still like, okay, you're doing better, you can go work. And I'm like, nah, because like they wouldn't have put me disabled if I could. Like this is happening so often, like it's disrupting me work. It even disrupted college.
But let's talk about it.
Like school in general, like it was a miracle that I even graduated high school. Like so it's like they don't. I think the idea of like my child is this, like some parents, they just cannot accept that, like this is my child, this is what they go through, can't help them, like they're completely helpless and like they don't know what to do. So I think that's a part of it too, because they like it's not a lot of information out here, even for us, you know, like figuring out what to do for ourselves, what helps us, what doesn't help us. Everybody's different. There's no one size fit all for everybody.
Because what payments I take you can't take, and what medicine works for you doesn't work for somebody else. And I feel like it's more so a pride thing too for parents. Like I feel like my mom is more so prideful about like, you know, I have a daughter with this and but it's more so like she doesn't want to feel like, you know, at any moment, you know, that she's not been a good parent or like understanding. But in that regards, I want to talk about like school too. Like for me, I got my master's degree, but it took over 14-15 years. So and it was horrible. I went through not only like personal pain experiences, but I was also in an abusive relationship during the time which I had to, you know, deal and manage. And I feel like people don't understand, just because you have this disease, your life still has conflicts above and beyond what you're currently facing in pain. And so it's just very complicated to how you micromanage the normal world, like I like to call it, and then yourself, because there's things that you close off. Like, especially for me, I learned how to close off my pain to keep it to myself. And then I feel like that more so kept me away from people, because I missed out on a lot of things. For me, school was very hard, because not only was I bullied for who I was and what I go through, but I also was, you know, people didn't understand that, and because they didn't understand that, they treat you differently. And then in high school, I missed so many days of school, like months, that they were like, these, like, you might as well just expel her, like get her out, because, you know, and I was underage, so they was like, we're just gonna take you to court. And my mom was like, I will sue the hell out of you. And those are the times where my mom was like, you know, because she has a condition, y'all could get sued the fuck out. Like, I felt like that's when it registered to them, like, oh shit. And, you know, from an early age, the doctors was like, your daughter is completely disabled, like she can't do certain things. And I heard the word "you can't," and I was like, bitch, I'm can't. Like, my mom holds that a whole medical,
tell me I can't.
Right, a whole medical experience of keeping me down. Like, this is what you're gonna be, this is it. And I was like, no. And my dad always was like, to be smart, like two different concepts. Like, mom, how did you learn how to, you know, like, because I was missing so many days of school, the only thing I could do was read. And my mom, I was like, so how did you become like what you are and stuff, you know, like smart and stuff, and only with a ninth grade education? She was like, I stuck a dictionary underneath my pillow and prayed to God. So you didn't read it? And my dad was like, read that dictionary. I did both. I stuck it under my pillow, say, please, baby, Lord Jesus, teach me the education that I need to get past this. How they said I can't, and I know I can. And from that, I became, which I'm highly grateful to my benevolent ancestors, and I'm very spiritual. I give honor and praise to the people that came before me, that held up, that went through so much. So I give honor to my ancestors, my benevolent ancestors that were here and did what they had to do and still protect me. I am grateful to that. Because of that, I learned, like, there was times where I was like, you know, didn't feel it, but like the power of like just, you know, something inside me pushed, like, just because you're going like this, I know you down. That's my favorite song, Am Lil Rags, look it up. I know you down, but when you gonna get up? I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get back up. So every time somebody knocks me down, or I knock myself down, because that can be very hard and you're in a painful state, and you can't pick yourself back up because you are internally going through something so traumatic that people can't understand your pain until you're sitting there, like, can't move, can't walk. You literally don't want nobody to touch you because you're way more than tender. It's the whole thing, like, when you could start to feel the fabric on your bed hurting you, you know there's a problem. The pain, I've had that so many times, people don't understand. And it's a pain that your body becomes immune to. Like, I know somebody said, I won't say their name, recently said that your body starts to turn off the pain mechanism when the pain is too bad, and your body shuts down and you passes you out. That's not true for people who've dealt with so much severe pain that it pushes through that threshold. Like, it keeps you up at night. So you don't understand 4 or 5 days without sleep, no food, because you don't want to, you can't move, you can't keep anything down, you don't want to, you know, you don't want to. So your body is literally like concaving in on itself. What can you do? You don't want to call the ambulance. You're trying to fight it. You're like, okay, if I push through this, I could do this, and but you can't. So you lose the will to fight at times, and that becomes a depressive state on your own. And it becomes a choice within yourself to say, all right, I'm gonna go to the hospital and wait this 6 hours, 7 hours. I have to wait in the waiting room because you know there ain't no beds left. That's what experience for me is so horrible. Right. And the mistreatment at the hospital to, you know, to this point in this state, which leads me to my second question that everybody has. So how did you feel so how long have you had sickle cell? Explain everyone's individual experience with that.
Oh man, get into that one.
Everybody laughing because this is as serious as it gets.
I hadn't experienced that too often because for one, I don't tell people. Like, I just really started being really open about having it. Like it was like a need to know basis. Like if I let you get close to me, I will tell you.
Right.
But I think I only had like that question like one time, and I just brushed it off. I was like, my whole life, like you can't just catch it. Like you just, it's just you're born with it. So
you do like me.
It's just a genetic.
What about you, DJ KPG?
What's the question again? I'm sorry.
So, how long have you had sickle cell questions? So, how long have you had
sickle question? Yeah, how I feel about that. You know, they be looking at the stats and then they be like, "Oh, you had it that long." Like, bro, like, why we gotta be here for an hour each trying to figure this out?
What about you, Blue? How long have you had sickle cell? Please tell the
all my life.
I'm gonna just ask it like the doctors ask. I'm gonna give y'all my answer at the very end.
All my life.
All my life.
And it's kind of sad that they don't even know. Like it's genetic.
How you a doctor? And you just asking me how did I get it? But go ahead, Vinny. Go ahead, Blue. Tell them.
It's funny that you say that because I haven't had a doctor ask me how long have I had it, but I have had doctors and nurses ask, am I sure that my pain is at certain level? Like if I say, they ask, oh, okay. And what level is your pain at?
How bad is the pain from a scale to 1 through 10? Everyone explain the personal experience, how that pain translates to them. Listen, I can't pretend this shit if I pretended it to be a pretender. Well, I'm gonna answer that question. We're gonna get into the next one. My answer to that, I had to play with it because first of all, I'm goofy. So after a couple of questions, you know, just doctors uncaringly asking, so how long have you had the sickle cell? This one patient came in. I call her Peppermint Patty. She's my persona now. I got admitted last year. Wasn't really good. Didn't take care of myself. Had a very bad situation happen and whatever. I was there and the doctor come in and, you know, they're like, so how often do you get your pain meds? Like, you supposed to know this. Why are you asking me? How often would you take them? Have you taken any? The usual questions. What's your pain? And how long? Like, it says you had sickle cell since you was born. And so how long? I don't know. I think I just got it again. I really was like, oh, I think I caught it again. Oh, I think I caught it again. Damn, a sickle cell. Don't we all love that question? Listen, Gina, I'm telling you, listen. Also want to chime back into the amazing community and share community right now in the chat. The Zany Zebra asks, one thing of the things that irks me to the most is when people are like, vitamin will definitely cure your incurable disease. Really? Gee, why didn't my doctors think of that? Listen, if all I needed to do was take vitamin D, I'd have been out in the sun roasting. I would be like, oh yeah, come on, melanin, give me that D.
I'm telling you, sunbathing, be out here crispy. Be out here good and crispy.
Oh, listen. So the other question is what Vinny had went into, which is Blue. I'm sorry, Blue, for calling Vinny. Damn, I did it again, son of a mugget. My name is Zay, just in case y'all want.
I mean, thank you. I'm the only one that got my government name out here to somebody.
I mean, that's up to the Warriors if they want to share their government consultations. I honestly forgot. And it feels like such a comfortable stream. I'm over here, Vinny this and Blue that. I held it for so long, but you only could give me certain amount of cheese, like the government, before I mess up. Okay. So how bad is the pain from a scale of 1 to 10? Right now, I want to ask that. How bad is your pain from a scale of 1 to 10? And I'll go first. Mine is at a 6. 6. And I just got that bitch down. I woke up hot as hell. It's about to be 55 degrees on a Tuesday. Tomorrow it's going to be 80 something. Tuesday it's about to be as chilly as Chili from the TLC. She creep. She chilly. So what is your pain from the scale of 1 to 10? And how does that translate when somebody asks you that and they don't believe it? Listen, Rarity over there shaking her head. That's exactly how I feel. Just like, don't ask me. I'm gonna just jab myself. You ain't gonna give me my medicine. I have sneak medicine, by the way, too. If they don't give me my amount, I just take it. I don't give a
pretty much. Like, I remember, and I it's amazing that I remember this. I think because it was so traumatizing. Like, this lady literally told me that she was uncomfortable giving me bad amount of pain medicine, and that that's a deathly dose, and I'm not giving that to you, and that ain't that much pain in the world.
Wow.
You know what? That's why I can't say that on that. But that's why I told y'all privately what I did, because she over there jabbing me with a needle, talking about and they couldn't even get the IV in, and I was over there paying. I just wanted my meds. Like,
and that annoys me too. Oof.
Oh my God! And I will not get a port. I will not get a port again.
I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Never will I ever get a port. No offense if y'all got one, but I will not ever.
I had one, and it was a no. It almost killed me. The third time, I'm not it's a no. They don't know how to clean it. They don't know how to take care of it. Do not. I repeat, do not. They convinced me when I was high off of the pain dose. It's like, so you want this port?
And that's when they try to do it. They wait till they done doped you up and be like, oh yeah, so we think
that you
just no.
Do not resuscitate is a do not put a port in there.
Do not put a port. Do not. And even with the pain pumps, like okay, let me answer the question. So right now I would say I'm at about a 5. Like, I've been moving my shoulder around because I'm like, I might need to go take something, but I'm at a 5. And the pain pumps, especially, so they give me Dilaudid.
They give me Dilaudid. It really is.
And it makes you itch.
Oh my God.
It makes you high. If they push it too fast, you get a rush. And just, and some people, they're like, oh yeah, I bet that feels amazing. No, not to me. Like, no, I don't like that shit. I don't. My bad. I'm trying not to cuss.
No, you go ahead.
I don't like it.
You can say whatever you want. The bars.
That was slick bars. Why that rhyme?
I feel that.
But yeah. I don't. I had it one time. I had a really bad crisis, and I had the acute chest syndrome, I think they call it.
Yes.
Where and I was septic, so like I was really messed up. Like, they didn't know if I was gonna wake up. Like, that's how messed up I was. I just remember needles. Like, it just felt like I just had just needles in my chest, just stabbing me over and over and over.
The only amount of breath that you could take is just a little. It feels like you whisper or whisper, and then it's like that's like when you whisper like this, and you try to breathe. It's hard. It's like your breath is like a whisper. Hard. It's faint. I feel that.
Yeah, I feel that, because you can't, like, it hurts to breathe, it hurts to talk, and you're just like, just do something to make it stop. I don't care what you do. Like, knock me out, put me down, just make it. Right. And I don't know if I passed out. I don't know if it was something they gave me, but I know I woke up eventually in a hospital bed. I went to the ER, but when I woke up, I was actually in a bed. And I remember like looking around, and they were like, we don't know excuse me, we didn't know if you were going to wake up. And I had one of those pain pumps, and when I was just in the hospital, they were trying to give me one. And I was like, no, I do not want that shit continuously pumping through my body. Like, y'all just give it to me. Because even when you go through that, like, your body gets addicted to those medicines. Like, you don't have to mentally be addicted. Like, your body just get addicted to those medicines. So then you got to go through withdrawals. When I first went through withdrawals, I didn't know what was happening. I was like, what is wrong with me?
Oh my God.
Like, I was literally confused. Like, you're sweating, you're cold, but you're sweating,
and then
you're shaking,
and then you're shaking,
you're nauseous, you're weak, it's all these different.
And they don't understand that. They're like, okay.
And they don't understand. Like, nobody really gets it. And it's hard to explain stuff to people. Like, some people, it's like, okay, I can, empathize the best that I can. And some people, they just like, look at you like, so what you mean? Like, because they thinking like you like a crackhead or something. It's like, no, that's not the case. Like, when you're in this pain and when you have sickle cell, they give you extreme pain medicine. Like, I was taking Tylenol with codeine when I was like 10. Like, they start you off on these hard medicines and you just build up a tolerance to them.
It's like a cockroach getting used to the spray and living through like horrible chemicals, and they build up that immunity so that they could survive with their head cut off. So basically we can, because of being so young, and I'm allergic to aspirin, so I could only take a handful of medicine, and Dilaudid is one of the ones that works for me. And unfortunately it is an addictive medicine, and I try to limit my intake from it because of that. Only when I go through bad pain is when I allow myself to that. But I had a couple of withdrawals, and I hate it. Like, because after coming out of the crisis, you're sore, and then having that on top of that is the most icky feeling ever. And then there was like the whole peppermint patty situation. She came in because she didn't understand, and she was like, so how long you had the Mesicamol cell? And can you catch it? Cause I'm about to die. So you look like you in a lot of pain. And she started pressing on my pain pump, just double dosing the hell out of me. You gonna feel good. She made that thing so high. She was like, they ain't helping you. I was like, I was thankful and grateful, but she turned it up too. But that bitch was pumping so fast. I was like, woo. And then the doctor came in and was like, Patty, get about what are you? They had to move her to a different location. She's like, where that girl that you could catch the disease from, the Shikmer shell. She was a country, but she was very of an age. And she was like, I told Vinny I came home delirious. I was like, I'm looking for Shikmer shell. So she stayed with me though. She was a very interesting person, and I was like, you know what? I like Peppermint Patty because at least she listened. Because the doctors was like, oh, we're gonna, and that's why my doctor was like, you're not. Don't. She was very pissed because when they called her, she said give her the dose that she's supposed to have, and they didn't. And so, she cussed them out verbally, and she was very upset. And now, through that situation, I think about that, and I think about the scales of being in that pain and what people don't understand, the underlying effects. Like, yeah, you taking this medicine, don't tell me number one what I should take or stuff and how my pain should translate, because I stabbed a nurse. Last episode of Awareness Month last year, y'all heard me previously talk about how I stabbed a nurse because she didn't believe my pain, and she was like, oh, she knew I was in a lot of pain, but she didn't understand how that translated to me, like, because I was in a lot of pain, that shouldn't hurt. Oh, bitch, I don't know what my high 20 self was thinking, but and I heard my best friend was like, Zay, don't do it. And he was like, Zay. I said, Psh. From then on, I was like, I'm a villain, bitch. And she was like, that needle went completely. I was upset. And they spent hours. The phlebotomist was like, the lady said that. Like, I was shocked. Like, I was like, did she just say that? And when you're very medicated, like I was delirious off of pain. after I got that IV in, the doctors came in and I was like, I had the pain medicine. I thought I was getting kicked out, but in my mind I was playing Twilight Zone and I didn't know I was singing it out loud. So the doctor's over there saying, so we have to discuss, and I'm over here and while he's asking questions, I was like thinking in my head, and I'm over there high, just like I'm looking at him and I'm singing it really loud, and my best friend was like, Zay, are you okay? Take care, love. Thank you so much, Cashew. Finna play some vampire. Wow, I said Visper. What? I can't read. Vampire. I got you. I love that.
Did y'all ever say that? Y'all are a vampire.
It is vampire. I said a Visper. I read it at the Visper. You play that vampire. Also, the emotes are going to be changing. It's 2 Halloween emotes because it's going to be October soon. I also want to take the time real quick before we get back into answering people's pain questions to read what Zany said. Zany said, I know most people who deal with incurable disease get people saying what that kind of thing. Ooh, see? Don't we all love that question? Listen, Jenna, I agree. Like, that is the most, yeah. What's up, ladies? How are you doing, The Reaper? We are in a Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So if you want to participate, ask any questions, say your own piece. If you are dealing with a silent disease as well that nobody understands and you can relate to what we're talking about, this is the time to talk about it. But yes, baby. Zany says, there have been so many times I wanted to jab a nurse with a needle. Listen, don't do it, because I thought in my head, I was literally thinking, props to you.
Especially when they can't find it.
Listen, she was jabbing.
You 10 times.
She was like, she would try to go on my foot. I was like, how am I going to walk? I need my foot to walk. So we got to come around full circle. How we gonna? She was so rude. She was like, "You look like you're already in enough pain. This don't look like it's hurting much." She said it in that kind of tone, and I'm over there.
That condescending shit.
She was jabbing. I looked down at my wrist. It was my left arm because they said a vein looked like it was good. I snatched that bitch right out my arm. Didn't give a fuck and said, "Cross contamination, bitch." And then I said, "It looks like you shouldn't be." She was screaming. I was like, "Why are you screaming? You look like you're in enough pain. You shouldn't be screaming." This was my I was so upset. I was
gangster.
I was in the worst pain of my life. Like I said, top 5. It was the top. Out of the top 5, it was the second worst. Like, I was so pissed. I was like, and you know what? And my best friend was like, Zay. And I was like, I just stabbed this nurse with a needle. And at the time, I was very proud. It didn't register because I was in pain. And then when the main head nurse came in, I thought I was getting kicked out. She was like, "I'm sorry, would you like to press charges?" Because the phlebotomist and the other head nurse over her heard about what she was doing, and they had other cases of her being rude that day and rude in general throughout her whole career. So I was like, well, I just ended it for you. Would you like to sue? And I said, sure. And I did get a lump settlement from that. So yes, I stabbed the nurse, sued her, and I got a good settlement. But we're not talking about it. Because I had a nurse stab me in the bone. Ow, what the fuck? See, that's another stab. See,
wait, and twisted the needle? Oh. See, I probably would have punched that nurse.
Oh, see, I would have just stabbed her in the same spot with the needle. Like, I don't know why people play. I'm the type of person.
It's one thing you hit it.
Fuck around and find out. When you're dealing with that kind of pain, you become irritable. And then I just went straight from pain to a thug at that moment. It was at this moment she realized she fucked up kind of situation. Right. If that moment she realized she fucked up was me at that time. If I had the capability, I would have done it. Listen, I want to say, do not, under any circumstances, stab a person with the needle. Do not treat people how they treat you, because karma is a bitch. And I wholeheartedly take ownership of my actions. We are on Twitch. Do I recommend you do that? No.
course not. Of course
Wink,
not.
wink.
Sometimes
No.
it's just it's an instinctual
Right.
action.
It's
It's
kinda
just
like-
a reflex.
Right, right. When the doctor hits
just-
you in the bone to see your chest, your reflex, which is a reflex action that I'm telling you.
Because I literally damn near kicked the shit out of my doctor. I had that happen one time. They were giving me a shot in my hand for pain. And he hit limp to the bone, and I almost stopped him. Like, I was like right there. And I had reached out and I grabbed him. I didn't pop him. I just grabbed him. Like, hey.
She grabbed him.
He's like, I'm sorry. Like, I grabbed his ass. You know?
She get him with that Mortal Kombat move. Get over here. She had Scorpion in her blood. Get over here.
For real.
So I hope y'all are feeling comfortable with this awareness questions and months and in general. I want to get everybody to be participating in that question. So Blue, do you have an experience for your out of how bad is your pain out of 1 to 10? How bad is your pain? And DGKPT, you didn't answer either, so we gonna come to you too, because I know you swallowing these questions and you marinating on them like they rocket science.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just listening to the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Rarity over here hitting. Like, I say something, we both relating. we both here to hear with it.
Jump in. Feel free to jump in.
It's we playing. What's a double dutch? Come on. Double dutch.
I was okay at double dutch sometime, but I wasn't really that good.
I was horrible at double dutches. As much as I was horrible at hula hoop, they had the audacity to put the special needs kids, which I so happened to be part of, in the little gymnastics thing with hula hoops and a little jump rope. Told us to just jump in when we felt like we could, if we could. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna try this hula hoop. I slapped it. Bitch, everybody went down like dominoes. I slapped somebody with the hula hoop. Kid got hit in the face. It was a domino effect. The other kids spooked over. The people that was doing the double dutch, they should have had everybody on stage doing that all at the same time, especially the special needs kid. You got the kid that liked to run everywhere. It was missing the tooth already smashed on the floor. Like, anytime he said that they could jump in, he jumped in. He was really special. He was so special that he ran tracks and wouldn't stop. So they said double jump and hula hoop. I smacked somebody. Kids started crying and flopped the other person with the damn. I'm kidding you not. And parents were there, so they flopped the other kid with the damn. What's it called? The jump rope thing. So it smacked him in the face, and he was like, "Ow!" And then the other kid just started running. The remedial kid just started running around, yelling up the laps. 1, 2, 3. The teacher had to come on stage like, "Can you stop running?" The teacher had to assist the other kids. I was still trying to smack everybody in sight. It was a horrible thing. Never again. I was like, oh, don't give me a hula hoop or a jump rope. I'm bound to smack somebody with it, including myself. It all happened because I was like, how do you do the hits? And then the other girl was doing her arms, so I decided to do the arm and frisbee.
Oh man, I threw a hula hoop one time trying to do that. I could hula hoop though. I never could double dutch.
I can't. Listen, I don't think it's in me to double dutch either. I double dutched one time and that was it. I was like, who created this? Who? What in the demons? Because I rebuke it. In the hula hoop. I swear to God, I promise, if I had a recorder back in the day, this is how gym went. I sat on the bleachers because I couldn't gym, but they wanted me to make sure the remedial kids, which I was a part of, I don't give a fuck. I was remedial as fuck. I wrote the little short bus, don't give a fuck. I'm proud of it. I got in school, right? Everybody, there was a kid that wore a helmet because his head was developing. There was nothing wrong with him. He just had a big cranial and they were trying to shrink that bitch because he got pulled out the wrong way. But somehow he ended up in the remedial class because the doctors fucked him up. But his mom got a good lawsuit, and I proudly, because when I was in school, she won that shit. But anyways, in my head, And then there was this kid who, I don't know, he was just couldn't formulate words, and all he knew how to do was run. Now, let me tell you something. This is way off schedule, but I think this is going to make everybody smile through the pain. If the one thing that I do is think about the funny shit that has happened in my previous past, since Rarity's trying to keep it friendly, I'm going to cuss about certain shit. They wanted to feed me milk. Before I even start, what's your pain, DGKPG and Vinny? I need to know your pains real quick.
I'm sorry.
My jaw is hurting.
I'm gonna be like a doctor on a scale of 1 to 10. What is your pain right now?
She gonna have everybody knowing my comment by the end of this stream. People already know. People. No, they just everybody gonna be like, hey, tell Vinny I said, you're right. They won't even remember Blue Shadow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Blue Shadow 31. Go ahead, take it away. What's your pains? Come on, DGKPG. This is the easiest question out of all the bunches. We about to get into my remedial experience.
First, let me say that right now it is at a 3.
Ooh.
But I would sometimes tell mom and sister and other people that ask that my pain is lower than it actually is, because I don't want them to worry and whatnot. So I try to keep it close to my chest. And
what?
She said, liar, we can tell when you're in pain.
That's Sheena.
That's true. The mother always knows. Listen, you a divine reflection of your mother. Don't think that you didn't come out her and she don't know nothing about you. She got telepathical antennas. Okay, and them antennas gonna do what antennas supposed to do. She got antennas.
Oh.
You know how the parents, you think they got eyes in the back of their head? She got eyes in the back of her head.
And
like y'all earlier, I was always able to tell once I saw his eyes on things. Well, this is Tina. This is his sister. See, they know my government. Anyway.
They know China's government. Blue Shadow 31.
This is Sheena.
Look, Mama even said it. She said, "This is Sheena." Listen.
Yeah,
Hi,
want y'all
Sheena.
Hi. But I'm his sister. I was always able to tell when he was going in the places because his eyes would start to change. Now, the first time it changed, it scared me. I won't. Because you're probably at night.
It's already all the way up.
I was sleeping. I was with my daughter. And he came and he said, Sheena? And I said, yes. He said, I don't feel good. And when I turned to look at him, all I saw were the eyes. He said, yeah.
I love how she does the baby blue. Sheena, I don't feel good. Oh, I would have picked you up, snuggled you, and made you some hot chocolate and go fix the problem. Sheena, you was amazing, sister.
Like I said, and I went to doctor's medicine. Started giving. Now, lucky for us, because I heard what you were saying about your family and everybody. My mom was always at with me, so he always had a backup. So it wasn't like whenever he spoke for him, he always let me know what was happening, which was probably better than me being at the hospital, because I probably would have committed murder. So being that he was in, he would talk to them, he would stay calm, he made sure that they took care of him, they gave him his medicine, so he was okay. Now, when we found out he had sickle cell, my mother knew about it, me about it, and I didn't know what was going on. I learned about it. But then the other good part about it for me was we always had people in our family, older people who was the queen. So it made me have patience. It made me have patience and it prepared me for when Wilson was born. So God's battle for when he was born to have patience with him. So when he came home, I would have patience. I would make sure we always made sure he was okay. Compared to my grandfather and grandmother, who was scared. My grandfather was very nervous around him when he was young because he would tell our other brother, "He rock, sit down, leave him alone. He's okay, don't bother," because he didn't really understand sickle cell. So you do have people who don't understand it, but because he was older, even if you tried to tell him, he didn't catch on compared to other people when you explained it. Right. And when he was or when he was coming along, I don't know when just willing to just explain to everybody. Hold on.
Right. Wow. I think you did phenomenal as a sister. Even to, I could see why it scared you the first time for like pain being registered at that, and really, especially being younger too, how it translates to see somebody who's older and then seeing their younger sibling go through that. I'm the baby, so I couldn't imagine seeing someone so beautiful. If you've seen Blue Shadow 31's photos, you would see how amazing Blue Shadow 31 really is, and how beautiful as a kid he was and handsome he is now. So seeing that and knowing that you had the patience, and I really do think that any kind of chronic issue or any issue where it's like, mentally and physically debilitating, you learn to have patience. Even people who have to deal with autistic children learn patience with their children. It's a give or take. It's the yin with the yang, and I think that you did phenomenal. You both, Blue Shadow's Mama Shadow, and you, Chyna, did amazing. Just registering that, even though your brother didn't understand that because he barely understood sickle cell, y'all still work together to understand, like, hey, this is important. Thank you so much for sharing that story, Chyna.
You're welcome. But I worked, and that's how I always knew afterwards when he started getting sick. When he was saying he was okay, you would see a little bit of like greenish yellow.
Oh,
but
yeah.
When he was, it was like a neon yellow. So once that but when it was neon yellow, you knew he was in quite bad.
Snitching on you. You got moodering eyes.
He comes off very quiet, or when he doesn't communicate as much, and you ask him, "How's he feeling?" He goes, "I'm all right." He's like, "Let me know." Even when he's with him, he's like, "Vinny, you okay?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Nope, gotta take your medicine. You're not doing anything." So we pay attention and we know when he's not feeling well, and then we also can see it. And we say, and he fights us because
he does. I could tell because he fight me, because I be knowing, and he be like, "Now I didn't tell Mama or nobody else." How you know? You forget we from the same blood. I could tell a lie from a truth. He be like, "I'm okay." He better tell me where his pain level is at, because he can't lie to me. Because I'm like, "Vinny, now you could tell everybody else that, but I know what I know, and I can feel it. You hurting really bad." He was like, "Okay, listen, I don't know how you know, but how you know, no, but no." But I think that's amazing. Now I'm gonna have Vinny go on camera each time. Right? I don't need you to go on camera every time and see. I'm gonna look you in your eyes. I'm like, they're not Hugh Green, so you good.
Got me out here sounding like a court drug dealer. All right, listen.
What about you, DGKPG? What's your pain level at?
Right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I'm good right now. I'm like 0.
That is awesome.
Man.
0.
Man,
Oh,
I mean, like, man, if I'm being honest, like, y'all some warriors for real, because, like, y'all done been through a lot. Of,
Wait.
Like, how can I say? Yeah, nah, like, I haven't been through a lot of what y'all talking about. Like, when y'all said something about a
pain pump?
What was it? Yeah. I'm
a
like,
port?
Yeah, the port.
What?
What is that? I never seen a port.
Okay, so I wanna explain this real quick too. I want to ask everybody before we get into what a port is. Well, I can explain the port and then ask. A port is something that goes into a big old thing into your vein. We'll just keep it simple. And it goes into your main vein, usually around your chest, blood, like your main arteries. And it usually is plated above your chest.
By your neck. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like I had one. I had it once. Okay.
I was about to say, wait, because I had that shit taken out. They collapsed my lung, and it was enough for that. I was like, you know what? I really don't need this. I don't care if you fish my veins out. I stabbed the nurse with the thing. I thought this would be better. This is my karma back. That's why I said don't stab people with things. Okay. Sharp objects, no. Okay.
Those are karma.
I took that as a G and said, you know what? No. But I wanted to ask everybody, what is their sickle cell type? I'm SS. What is everyone else's? We'll start with DGKPG. Go ahead.
Yeah. Mine is, I got SS as well. I just don't, how can I say? I don't be in pain frequently. Like,
where do you live? Because I need to move there.
Hey, listen, I don't know. It's just, you know.
He said, hey, listen, I don't know. Because he don't know.
Real, what state you in?
Right. We all could come there.
Nah, like, how can I say? I don't be in pain a lot for real. Does it depend on where I'm at located?
Yeah, weather. What's your weather? What's your temperature?
Definitely plays a part.
Okay, I'm in the DMV area, East Coast, you know what I'm saying?
DMV.
Damn, for real?
What's the DMV?
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, okay. Okay, he said D. Okay. You from DC too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm not from DC. I was asking Rarity. She's like, real?
Oh, no. I just know. I've been out there a few times.
So it does get cold. How the hell? You know what? I don't make it make sense. I've been to DC twice, and that's it. When I was young.
Man.
It just, I think it depends on the person, honestly. I didn't used to have a lot of pain.
Because, like, I understand, like, the pain. When it get bad, I be trying to hold it in. And, you know, I don't ever want to go to the hospital.
That's the thing that's everybody could agree to that. Nobody want to be in the hospital. Everybody looking at the hospital like at the last resort. Like, bitch, I will hop, skip, jump. Because you just sit in that bitch for, like, hours. It's like whatever you could have did at home. And you just sit over here rocking back and forth like, this shit hurt. You want to smack the baby crying beside you like, oh, this ain't cute. If you don't stop cooling, I'll throw you over to the baby doctor and shove you up somebody else's scooter so you could come back out again and stop crying. That's what happened to me. I was so irritable. Everybody could have got it. The babies too. Mama was like, why'd you bring your baby if you sick? I had nobody to watch her. She over there. Can you hold my baby? I was in my head. I was like, she would ask the other woman beside her that she was talking to, could she hold her baby for a minute as she dug through her purse. I was like, I wish you would have held me. You know how you put yourself in some scenarios, like, don't ask me to hold your baby. I'm gonna give it to somebody else in the cooter. So it could be up there. We'll figure it out. I am not, but pain does something to you. It really could take you out your character, especially if it's a pain that's like familiar but not normal. But I feel like we all are different. I feel like I have worse crises than when I was younger and not taking care of myself than I do now. But the thing that does impact me is the weather. Like, I immediately go from
the weather is starting to impact me. I got SS too, by the way. But,
yes.
I didn't used to get affect like maybe a little, but I didn't really have like these major effects from the weather. Like it's so weird to me. But I was the same way. Like I didn't really have pain much, but like when I had it, it took me down. And if I got sick, I was sick. Like I was out of there. But for the most part, it was pretty mild. And then I don't know, like as I got older, like stuff just started happening. And I don't know if it's because of like what I went through. You know, there's something that's changing in me. But I always like, I feel like it'll eventually balance out because it's some stuff going on with me too. Because y'all know y'all triggers. So I got some other triggers that's going on besides the weather. So
that's what I was gonna ask. That's another question. I'm just going through the list. I was like, what is one of your triggers? What is the things that set your sickle cell up the most, and how do you keep it managed? We're just going through the questions on its own. Like, Blue, let everybody, Blue Shadow 31, let everybody know what your sickle cell type is, traits. Go ahead.
I have SS as well.
Look at all of us, a trio, a duo. We Destiny's Child. Who wants to be Beyonce? Because I forgot her the last time. The Beehive come out and snap me. Like, who's the other girl?
How you don't know who Beyonce is? You don't know who the Queen Bee is.
Say my name. Say my name.
Beehive. They gonna tell that shit. They come for folks next.
Where's Gina? Gina says y'all with TLC.
Oh no, there's four. There's four of us. We gotta be Destiny's Child. I wish we was TLC because two of us would be. Well, we could be because me and Rarity is T-Bass. I'll make Blue Chili because he's chill, and then I'll make DGKPG Left Eye. I got it.
I don't know. He might be too calm to be Left Eye.
Oh, maybe I could be Left Eye.
You can be Left Eye. You can be Left Eye.
I was like, who would burn the house down? I was like, now go ahead and put some shoes in the dang tub and burn the house down.
Yeah, I wouldn't make that move.
I sure would, because after she explained, like, I like to hear two sides of the story.
I swear.
She explained it made logical sense. She said, I do this every time he was cheating and she burnt the house down. I was like,
he was abusive too, though. Like, he was beating on her.
He was beating the hell out of her, dragged her through the house, and she was loyal to him. And he went out, wanted a threesome. She said no, and he messed with the girl that she declined and had sex with multiple times. Now, she's done this multiple times. She said, all these shoes ain't my size. Throw them in the bathtub and burn it. She said, I did this a bunch of times. This time it caught a flame. It was not used. She used too much lighter fluid or some butter on that, put some oil on it, but it went up in the flames, and she was in there looking at the flames like, oh yeah. And her sister had to snatch her out the house because she was still looking at it like, oh, the house of hell is burned up in flames. She just was mesmerized. Like, somebody grabbed her sister Raindrop. Why do I know so much about TLC? It's crazy, but this is my favorite. So grabbed her and was like, let's go. What you doing? And so everybody thought she just crazy and burnt the house down for no reason, but this fool was hitting on her. I say fool because he's a fool. He had a bombshell. It was Left Eye, the best, coldest rapper alive. She could make a beat off of a dime. Like, if y'all don't know, she had an album called Supernova, which is very expensive now. I got the actual physical one. I'm proud. But she got a song on there called Life is Like a Park, and then she got a song called Jenny. Jenny was the person about like the situation that she went through with Andre Rison, which was his name, and treat her like shit. I'm glad that you know that he put his hands on her too, because I was like, yeah, she burnt the house down. It's something that I would do too, burn the house. I hit my ex-husband with a skillet. I sure did. Catch this. Boop. And I did some other things, but I do not recommend you throw any objects, inanimate objects, at anybody who hurts you. Karma is a bitch. By the way, I seen some girl, not to hate, but I seen some girl, this makes no sense, and I still will get back to the remedial person running around because we gonna touch on that. I'm sorry, Zany, I got you.
Yeah, I forgot. You know, it's all right.
I got a good remembery, but it's okay. Sometimes I get so medicated the words on my mouth don't make sense. That's the one part that I hate. Like that whole loopy feeling, like I know what I'm gonna say. Sometimes it's so clear and decisive. I'm surprised the words even came out the way I was, because I was fidgety inside, but them bitches came out like butter. But I literally cannot, situations where people feel like it's okay to, make you feel like left out of something. Now, one of the questions that Blue asked was, does having sickle cell keep you away from your dreams and your goals and your ambitions? Like, what does it? For me, I'm gonna tell you why I started streaming. I'll go first. Okay. Yeah. So if y'all didn't know, now you know. I started streaming because somebody said I couldn't do it. That black people wouldn't be noticeable, especially black women, especially plus size black women, especially dealing with a condition like I do. They said that nobody's going to watch you, especially if yours is spread for awareness. Nobody's going to want to see that. I don't think that you have what it takes. And I was told that when I was like 12 years old. They asked me what my dream was. And I was like, I want to be a singer-songwriter, blah, 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 blah. Every unrealistic goal that I wanted to be. And the teacher looked at me, and she was a substitute teacher, and she said, I'm sorry. She like ignored me the whole time, and I'm glad she said it the way she said it, because I still have that impact. If I couldn't do it, my dad was like, try again, and if you don't succeed, try again. I was like, if it's after the second time, it's destiny. I don't drive because of that. But she told me that I didn't have the looks or the gall or anything that it would take to be a singer, an author, or none of that. She said I don't have it. And that's remedial teachers, by the way, telling kids that they don't have it. And I didn't want her to lie to me, but at least tell me I was a good writer, like at least, because I know I believed in myself. That's one thing that I think it takes a lot of people to do, is believing in yourself. So when she told me that, I kept that same mindset that I ain't nothing, that I ain't gonna be nothing, and that I ain't shit. So one time, the teacher who pulled me out my rut, her name was Mrs. Scott. I'll just say her last name because I can. I was like, should I say it or not? Her name was Mrs. Scott. She was a Caucasian teacher. She taught English. She got me my Aaliyah book, which I still have today, called One in a Million. So I have it. She bought me a book that I paid for, but she went out and got it because I couldn't do it. She knew about my condition, and she said, write something that you guys feel about today. Just write how you're feeling. I wrote a whole poem about being bored and how people in my class make me feel, how I was treated with my disease, and how I perceive myself, and how I'm sick of it, but I'm bored. But you could just look at me, and all you can see through the pain and everything is this, but you'll see that I'm just bored. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. I'm just bored. I wrote it in a way like my pain, I'm tired of it. I'm bored of it. Like I'm sick of it, but this is a part of me, and all you can see is these things, but my quality out of all of that is this. She kept the poem and wrote back in my notebook, I'm leaving, because the kids bullied her out the class, by the way. But I want you to know I'm keeping your poem because I want to see you aspire to the things that I know that you can do. You are a great writer. Do not ever stop writing. Your poem means a lot to me. I'm keeping it. I didn't even write it for her. She just said write. And she handed me back my book. I was like, the page was cut out. I thought I got an F because I literally didn't follow the assignment. She said write anything I was feeling. I wrote a whole poem. Didn't even know what a poem was. And I wrote it, and I was hurt. And she told me never to give up. And then I went home, and I was shocked. My mom, now mind you, my mom was like, sleep underneath the dictionary to learn. But yeah, long story short, I went home, and then my stepdad, I told him about the poem and what my teacher said. He said, write a poem, and then I want to see. So I wrote about, like, the next day, within like 5 minutes, I wrote about like the morning and the dew and like how things grow from pain. And I did it in an artsy way. I used metaphors about how like people look at a tree, but all they see is the roots and the things that grow out of it. They never know that it helps provide oxygen, air that we breathe. We take for granted the things that we basically see in life, and look at it as if it's something that isn't to be experienced, when life in itself is supposed to be, you know, cherished. Like the grass, the morning grass dew. Nobody, you know, realizes that's like tears. For me, that's what it's like, you know, the grass crying out, like, you know, for the moisture and everything that it's providing. And it's the way of saying happy tears, like, thank you. And I wrote it in a way that was crazy, but he was like, he told my mom, like, my stepdad told my mom, was like, your daughter is a gifted writer. Did you not see this? And, you know, my mom, you know, because people don't want to see what your potential can be, because they see you as like this disabled person. Sometimes they don't reach past that. So for me, it was those defining moments that when it came to streaming, when the last person told me no, I said fuck it. And not only am I gonna make this motherfucking PC in about a week, but I'm gonna stream, bitch. And then watch me do it. Watch me do it. I feel like that's the most important thing for people to realize, is watch me do it. Watch me turn these rocks, which I love to say rocks, smash these rocks into fucking clear diamonds. Clear motherfucking diamonds, so that you can see that you could cut anything with it. And I use those same diamonds to cut other rocks and to make them into diamonds. Like, I be smashing rocks and turning them bitches into diamonds. I didn't even care about it being successful. I knew what I could do, and I put no limits on that. Every time something happened, I gave up and came back again. I did the Aliyah. I tried again. And I think that's the most important thing to people, to not ever give up on your goals. It could be the most dumbest shit. If you want to go scuba diving underneath the sea, bitch, and they say you can't because the pressure, find a motherfucking way. I mean, the billionaires didn't let them stop. No offense, because they did, but they went to see the Titanic multiple times before it busted. But you know, they didn't give up. Horrible analogy, but I'm just saying, you know, don't ever give up. Look at Kobe. Why am I referencing everybody who passed away? But Kobe went out to be one of the greatest. He aspired to be like Michael Jordan. That was his look up person. And he went above and beyond. He's one of the greatest, if not the greatest. Kobe. Ain't nobody touching him. Look at Beyonce. She ran miles. This queen could run in heels. This queen could grab a mic, do double dutch while still singing in 18-inch heels. Unfathomable how Beyonce can do it, but Queen over there double dutching. I just threw her up in there because she did it. Okay, look at Aliyah. She wanted to be remembered as the greatest full-on entertainer and a great person. She's remembered for that and many more. Without her fashion, Rihanna wouldn't be what she is today, because Rihanna even said it was Aliyah who inspired her. Everybody has somebody that inspired them, and it was that teacher that literally picked me up and said, I'm gonna dust your ass off so you can see this. And I took pride in that. After that, somebody said that, I was like, I don't say I'm aspiring, I'm an author. I'm an author, I'm a entrepreneur, I'm a content creator, I'm an influencer, because I influence myself every day to wake up and push through the pain. I influence myself to push past the negative, because like I said, just pain doesn't stop you. It's everything in your daily life that conflicts too. You still got to pay your rent. Rent is due. Like Mary J. Blige said, that's another queen. Mary J. Blige over there slaying. Rent is due. You got to pay. You got to do shit. Things is important, so you got to get that shit done. So I don't let nothing stop me from my goals. Now, if it's unrealistic, like driving, I can't drive. As soon as I feel a pain, everybody's car rearview mirror is getting dusted. That's just how my driving skills is. I have come to conclusion that I cannot drive in real life nor in game, and I'm okay with that. And it's a running gag. You can't drive, but I can get a lift. I will lift somewhere.
Yeah, I feel it.
Listen, Rarity, I know that you're enduring pain and don't want to make it noticeable, but I want to make sure that you're okay to continue to do this. And if you need to take a break, you are more than welcome. You too, DGKPG, and as well as Blue Shadow 31. I want to make sure everybody feels comfortable and able. Welcome on in, Jewish at Butterfly Dreamer. Watch I mean hunger?
I was trying to figure that out too.
I thought, was he trying to say watch?
I don't know.
Yes. But I feel like this is important. Very important for people to understand you. Hey, Knuckles. I'm late just going home from work. You get home from work, you realize you pull off your shoes. By the way, if y'all ain't in part of the PB&J, I call it the PB&J, but it's PWBBP, some stuff. Y'all in these acronyms, I be stuttering.
Some stuff.
If you're not in that group, you're missing out. That White Knuckle Grip be doing the whole stream 24 hours. So if you don't feel like you just want to pull up and watch something to annoy the I love watching ASMR videos to relax me. Something about pulling hair and stuff. Shout out to the Boom Bang Pal. I introduced her to it and she was like, oh, I feel like I'm getting my hair done. Exactly. It's the experience. It's the brushing sound for me. As soon as they get into the and it has to be my hair texture. Otherwise, it's just not going to blend. I have a 3C hair, so I am not I said 3C, 4C hair, so I am not afraid for the clap back. I broke combs, my brushes, metal brushes, believe it or not, my hair got that snap back like it ain't jack. Like I hate hair wash. So I have to wash my hair, and you know how much I'm dreading it. Like I'm already in pain. I'm just like, you know what? Can I just leave these up in some French braids? Like you don't want to see it right now.
Keep the braids.
Right.
Right.
And sometimes I just
braids
feel like listen, and I just throw some weaves on that bitch. Just got my hair back. I just remixed it. But I want to read a little bit back where people have said stuff. Zany Zebra said, proud to wait, I had a nurse. Okay, we read that. I'm recommending action stuff in a new way. I found out that at a young age, my body is not meant for sports. I threw a basketball at the hoop and it bounced off and hit 3 people. I said never again. Listen, I couldn't even play gym. True funny story about the Kit Kat running around. This is what my gym class, my remedial gym class came because they tried to they mixed the blue. They mixed the remedial kids with the regular kids. That's what they call them, like the kids that it wasn't in special classes. So I'm gonna get the story out real quick. But before that, Reggie, are you okay to you doing okay? Cause I'm over here. I'm making sure all my lovely babies is okay. My warriors is okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just getting a little hungry. But
me too, girl. I can't wait to eat this soul food again. I made collard greens, cornbread, mashed potatoes, baked macaroni. I don't know why I don't know why I craved it, but baby, and then vegan fried chicken. I took mushroom and baked.
What kind of mushroom?
It is a pot belly mushroom. It's like a steak mushroom. I call it steak mushroom, but it's the mushroom that my sister actually gave me. She picked some. She goes foraging. It's like this big bubble mushroom, and it looks like the texture of steak. So it definitely is very dairy tasteful. Very tasteful. Welcome on in, Black Sheep Lord. But y'all having Awareness Month, and we are having a conversation with warriors about sickle cell disease and how it translates to people. And so, excuse me, I'm gassy. That's what we're gonna get into with the remedial classes real quick. So, long story short, I'm trying to make everybody smile. This is gonna make y'all laugh because I just can't get down my head. You talk about, listen, first and foremost, you talked about, Zany, you not being good at gym. I was gassy because I was lactose intolerant and all they had was this damn chocolate and white milk. And they kept giving us in the first grade. I couldn't have gymnastics, so it was a bad combination. And back then, y'all know, in the 80s and the 90s and the 70s, they had real milk that came from the cow straight to your plate. Boo. So then you couple that with grape orange juice. It was like the best thing. It was better than hospital food. You know, remember those little damn, I don't know if y'all had it though. It was like the plastic cup with the aluminum foil over it, but it had like purple for grape and then orange for orange, and then you just stab the straw through it. I had like 6 of those motherfuckers. In that motherfucking what is it called? In that motherfucking shit, you know? And yeah.
You know, someone that said they gonna try their best not to cuss.
I said I'm cussing all over the daggone place.
That was me. That was me.
I just wanted to tease you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna do the blue shadow challenge, blue shadow 31 challenge, where I become blue for a minute. I Shellin went to the gym, right, with my all my shells, and the mother trucker was gassy as a mother truck. So I was like, thank you. I was like really by the way, I want to address this. If you're coming into this stream to be very disrespectful, very rude to people and what their religious background is or what their DNA is and what their ethnicity, sexuality, you were gonna get kicked. I'm not dealing with that. So as Rarity said, in no situation, good night and thank you to the people who are rude. Good night, Jen. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing time. Oh, damn. She over there unblocking and blocking. Zero tolerance. Go ahead, Black.
Zero. Look, I'm blocking and reporting too.
Listen. First of all, let me make you a mod. Why didn't I? Okay, I need you to say something, Rarity. Say hi. I will not tolerate that. Oh, I got you. You are mine. Because I wanted you to post your information. Mod user. Bam, you are a mod. Go ahead, girl. Do your little thug dizzle.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So, all my mods, if y'all see somebody write in Andrew Tate or are you really a black Jew or anything like that, we have zero tolerance for that. Even racist remarks, homosexual remarks, transphobic remarks. What else? Anything that seems disrespectful, you have my full-pledged band hammer to fuck them up. And good night. And thank you. But getting back into the stop, shop, don't drop. We gonna get this damn gym class out of the way. So here's how gym went. Blue Shadow 31's trucking is beginning again. And 2, I went to the mother trucking class of the gymnasium where they tried to mix. Okay, this is how the regular kids were 30 kids, right? And then you had the special kids of 8. Okay, so I'm not gonna call him Helmet Boy because that's what everybody called him in the regular class.
Wow.
Right. We're gonna call him Big T because his head was big because, you know, issues, you know, but he was a smart ass kid. Like there was nothing really wrong with him but his head, and people couldn't get past that. Then we're gonna call him Runner because that's the one that just took off running. Now he didn't know how to formulate words. I guess he was late developed or whatever, but it was him and our gym teacher was named Mr. Markle. That was his last name. I don't know what his first name was. Anyways, he had 30 regular students of all backgrounds, and they hated when the special kids came in because they felt special themselves. But I ain't gonna say the hard R because that's how they was calling us and stuff, but I didn't give a fuck. It was him and this other boy who was very chunky, and the only reason why he was in the special classes is because he was overly fat. Okay, he had chunks on chunks, and he didn't know what to do with him because he wouldn't fit in the regular kids' class, you know, like the regular chairs. So they had him in the special class just because he was fat. He was like, man, I'm just here because I'm fat. And then he had he's like, he sound like Biggie, but without sounding right, like not a rapper, but he had like the breathing, like that heavy breathing. Like, you ever come down the stairs and you just winded? He sounded winded every time he ate. He sound like you know. And then we had a kid named Alex who had Asperger's syndrome. So she had Tourette's and Asperger's syndrome. So the shit fuck you damn bitch cunt. She felt like she could call you. She called you out your name 55 times. So all these kids could run and be in gym. So you had people doing sit-ups and she was fuck you bitch and doing shit-ups. So you... I was on the bleacher person, and then I wanted to be part of the shenanigans. I just wanted to, but you know, you can't. So, you know, they just wanted me to be participating, to feel like, you know, the teacher felt like, we want you to participate or be here just because, you know, this doesn't require, but just because. And then, so I got tired of everybody looking at me strange, so I go and try to do some of the exercise. Every day, I did the most exercising thing. I exercised my booty hole, just to let y'all know. So this is how gym class went. We stood in the line and we got ready, okay? So we all in there. We got Alex, who's got Tourette's, tall boy who, you know, he just developed late. We got who we call him Runner because he just runs. And then we got T for the big head because he just go, you know. Then you got my, we're gonna call my ass Pootie Tootie up in there. I know.
Pootie Tootie.
Pootie Tootie, because you're about to hear how gym class went. So every day Mr. Marco was like, okay, so I want everybody to stand in a circle. The first thing we gonna do is stretch. Zay, do you want to come down and stretch if you feel like you want to? This is your decision because you're not supposed to be in this class. I said, sure. I did. I came off them blinchers just to stretch. I was in my tennis shoes. I forgot. Now, mind you, I'm lactose intolerant and just had like 6-7 grape juices in my stomach. Okay. So we stretching. It's okay because we did the air stretches. It was nothing. All you hear, shit, fuck you, goddamn bitch. Alex is going off. Just stretching. And then the runner boy's over there. And then the breathing boy's like, I can't do this. And I'm over here just stretching the top. Now he says, bend down. And I go all the way down. And Alex is still over there. Fuck you, God. And I'm I try to pass it off as somebody else, and everybody's like, who farted? I looked and said,
exactly,
Alex. And he's Mr. Marco, go ahead and do your next double into your other stretch. And I'm like, Alex Mitson's talking about that. She stopped and she said, it smells like shit. The gym coach said, well, that's enough stretches for today. Okay, everybody but Zach, get ready to do your laps. Runner boy, and we gonna call him Suge Knight, which is the Big Biggie. We gonna call him Big Back Biggie. As soon as they heard laps, assumed the position, and all the regular kids was like, this is some bullshit. They got us in here with these special kids that not only ride the short bus, but has helmets and everything to match. Somebody else from another classroom gonna walk past you and we special too. The class clown of the regular class was like, fuck it. He got lined up with Big Biggie and Runner. He stood right in the middle of them three. And he was like, and the gym teacher was like, what are you doing here? Just mimicking what he thought a special kid would be like. So he knew what was up. So the special kids loved him because he run with them, but he didn't know that he was really a friend, but he was really one of those friends that like to make fun of you while at the same time. So Big Back Biggie and Runner took off, and to me it was a race because I was just over there just chilling on the bleachers watching them run. Everybody started running. They had to run laps for like 3 minutes. Okay, the teacher said, okay, everybody, laps is over with. Big Back Biggie, runner, and the normal kid, the class clown, kept running. The gym teacher said, bring it in, and he goes, Big Back Biggie, runner, and the class clown keep running for 5 more minutes. A runner stops for a second to catch his breath, and Big Back Biggie's all the way in the back, so the gym teacher goes manually to go collect these kids, but runner is still running like he doing his damn thing. Big Back Biggie kept running till his pants was down, and his pants was down, and he's still running.
Oh my goodness.
Big Back Biggie was being chased by the gym teacher who was trying to get his drawers put up because his boxers was about to fall down, and all you could see was Pound Town.
That's crazy.
Booty Hole Brown. And so is the round. Big Back Biggie kept running. The gym teacher went to go grab him, and the class clown turns around and says, and then keeps on running with runner. Here's where things get interesting. Big Back Biggie gets assistance from not the principal, but the gym teacher, Mr. Marco, to pull his pants up. He got his pants pulled up. It's like, bring it in. Let's go. So he pulls the kid in the circle to sit down. Big Back Biggie turns around, runs down the damn thing, and then stops for a minute and pulls his pants all the way down. So now it's Wienerville. Okay, we in Pound Town, and he proceeds to run. You ever seen Bojangles? You seen Jangle, but you didn't see Bojangle. His thing was jingling, bangling, bang dangling. Okay, he ran. Big Back Biggie kept. This is where things get even worse. I promise you, if I had a camera, y'all would have been laughing. Oh, it's one of my highlights. I saw her at my 8-year-old self. I would never forget this. Big Back Biggie is now being chased by the damn gym teacher. The principal needs to be called because they got runner and the class clown not stop running. Okay, the class clown turns around, falls over Big Back Biggie. I can't make this shit up. He turns around to see why everybody's laughing, and then he collides right into Big Back Biggie, facing his booty hole and everything. Just that's all you hear.
Wow.
The runner is still going. He's passing them and laughing, and then all of a sudden he picks up speed. Like, you ain't catching me. Principal came in. You ain't catching me. He said laps. They did this every day. But this was when the scenario got bad because the pants was too big for Big Back Biggie. He had these big gym pants, and he just said, fuck it, we revealed now. Anyways, the runner starts picking up speed, right? He over, and I'm just sitting here watching the whole thing. I didn't want to get off the bleachers. The teacher is trying to remove kids from the class so they don't see the thing. And he was like, he forgot I even existed because I was sitting there just watching it unfold. The next thing you hear is ski, bam. Runner has fell down, bypassing Big Back Biggie and the class clown. He skidded, picked up full speed on the second lap, fell to the floor. Here's where it gets worse. I try not to laugh when somebody got hurt, so when he fell, I was like, oh my God. He lifted his head up and smiled. But he fell face first. The same way he fell down was not the way he looked when he got back up. Dude smiled and was missing his 2 front teeth.
Oh, that's so.
smiled and he didn't realize his smile slowly turned it into a frown, and then he realized that his 2 front teeth was gone.
Oh my God.
So you got Big Back Biggie and the class clown over on the floor trying to get detangled from ass because he got stuck in his pants. I don't know how, but they got stuck. They was entangled. You talk about Jada Pinkett Smith entanglement. Joe Me, what's up? Is that butter? It is. Welcome to the Sickle Cell Awareness stream. How are you doing, Joe Me? I hope you're doing great. But it was the funniest thing because when Runner got back up, he looked at everybody and didn't realize his 2 front teeth was gone. Then his smile turned into a frown, and then he started to cry and started to feel for the ground for his teeth and was putting his finger through his teeth. So I got off the bleachers and I felt that way because I tried not to laugh throughout this whole thing. Tears were falling from my eyes. I was like, oh my God, my dumb ass, my Romedio ass, let me help you find your teeth. I'm on the floor. The principal
that was you being kind.
The principal forgot about me. He looked what happened, and the principal is still trying to get Big Back Biggie and Runner off the floor. I mean, the class clown off the floor. Now Runner done lost his damn teeth, and Marco just stood up and said, "You see what it means when you put never again." Since that day, they could not find his teeth. He had to get what are they called, fillers for his teeth, for caps. I felt so sorry for Runner. I was on the ground for like 6 more minutes trying to help him find the teeth, and the coach was like, "Get off, Zay. Leave the." No, I'm helping him find his teeth. Where'd your teeth go? He was crying. I just wanted to be a good teeth Samaritan and help him find his teeth. I'm definitely a teeth person. I couldn't imagine running so much that you smack the ground and you look up smiling because you thought the thing was funny because you saw 2 people collide butt cheek first and then get entangled in each other because, you know. But now you over here picking your own teeth up off the ground. Let me help you. I was in tears watching this shit unfold. I done seen balls, butt, ass, face to ass. That's the close of ass to mouth resuscitation I ever saw, because that cheek was so big, and when Runner, a class clown, hit Big Back Biggie, all you heard was, I was like, flip. And he was like, and it seemed like Big Back Biggie liked it because he just sat on him, like literally was just like, did not move. So the teacher was trying to get him off of him. Balls was dangling. It was just horrible. And it's just like, you know what? I don't know, but I swear I couldn't make this shit up. That's one of the most rememberable things of elementary school was Big Back Biggie, class clown, and Runner running. And then that day, he just said, fuck it, free balling. And all you heard was and the teacher was so melancholy. Mr. Runner, please get back in line. Pull your pants up. Runner. Stop running. Big Back Biggie. Please. Proceed to the middle of the floor. Why are you running? And then all of a sudden he pulled down his pants and Mr. Marco lost all hope. Oh shit. And everybody in the school was like, hello, I'm doing good. I'm glad that you're doing good. Just finished gym. Ooh, sexy gym. And gonna work on my project. Wanted to stop by. Thank you so much for stopping by. What project are you working on? Is it me? I can't. Oh yes, Rarity, I got you. For Rarity, I gotta say her name for a minute to make her smile. She donated. I gotta donate too, so I'm gonna do that in a minute. But before we do, unplug your ears and close your eyes, because you're in for a great surprise. Oh, I ain't got no water either. Welcome to the Moan Fest. Thank you to Coochie. Oh, Rarity. Ready? Ooh. Ready? Ready? Ooh. Ready? You gotta rehearse a monologue. Rarity. SpongeBob SquarePants, my Rarity. Imanani, Rarity. My milkshake brings other boys to the yard. Rarity. Oh, right there. Say yes, Rarity. Pickles in my jar. Rarity. If y'all not following Rarity, you're missing out. Rarity. I think that was a minute, right? Woo, it is burning up. I feel that.
I'm hot now.
But yes,
I'm hot now.
I feel like, is there any questions that we should ask or want, anything that you guys want to mention about sickle cell that you feel like wasn't touched on as we proceed to wrap up the Rarity? Thank you so much for shutting it down. You're welcome. Thank you. We're gonna do a donut to the I can't speak a shit ton today. To I lost it, folks. The Chaos Daughter Sickle Cell Foundation. I'm going to do a contribution. If y'all didn't know, it's still Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Today's the last day of Awareness Month, but it doesn't stop here. Your awareness and your full support not only helps us, but spreading the right information about sickle cell disease and how it impacts not only us but others who are warriors dealing with the silent disease is important to us. This is why today is ever so important. I said every so important. Ever so important, because it helps spread open discussion and dialogue about how sickle cell impacts us all as family members, as those who suffer from the disease, and how the trait is passable through genetics. Sickle cell disease is not contagious. It is an inherited disease passed down by your parents. Information about sickle cell also correlates with other underlying conditions with like asthma. And Vinny, take it away with the other one that I can't pronounce because I don't want to fuck it up because I'll be calling it thermite.
Thalassemia.
Thank you so much. Chronic acute chest syndrome. And a whole slew of other underlying issues, including but not limited to blood count decrease, oxygen decrease, and iron overloads, because you need blood when you have iron overloads. Lord, I cannot speak. When you have to get a transfusion. Thank you so much to DGKPG, Rarity, Blue Shadow 31, Blue Shadow Mama Shadow, and the amazing, how do you say your sister's name again? I was doing so good.
You was Sheena
for being here. We are going to eventually start wrapping this up, but I want to leave everyone with an open dialogue to ask your questions, to say things that wasn't mentioned, and to go ahead and give your final opinions, final thoughts and opinions, and things that you wish people would know and take from this as well. I wish that Cherry were to go ahead and put in your information about your jewelry as well, so go to support this queen. She does an amazing jewelry, and she sells out quite often, so go ahead and preserve. She does private reviews. She's very beautiful. You could have her showcase it on her wrists and her arms. She got beautiful neckline, beautiful pointy elbows like we both do.
The pointy elbow. Put this elbow on you.
Right? Listen. Also, Charity does stream. She streams. What's your stream time? Oh, your mic went out.
I was saying Rarity. He was calling me Charity. I don't
Oh,
know.
what the hell, Charity? I was thinking about donating to the charity group. I'm sorry, Rarity.
Yo, you good. You good.
I'm sorry. The charity and the rarity was in together for a second. Rarity, go ahead and tell them about when you stream and what times they can catch you live and yeah.
I want to say again that I'm grateful and honored to be here. I typically stream Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That schedule may be changing, but right now that's my schedule. Monday through Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I always ask that people follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, or join my Discord so you can be alerted if I can't stream. And just to keep up with, stuff. Stuff about me. So I'm always grateful. I'm always welcoming. I'm a person that I love everybody. Like, I'll give everybody a chance, and it's up to the person if they blow it or not. So, really welcoming. I love. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm just grateful again. Butterfly is absolutely amazing. You are such a wonderful,
amazing,
loving goddess. And King's over here, BG.
Yeah. It was nice. You know what I'm saying? Listen to y'all so. On my back.
Oh, it's your turn. What?
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, I was on next.
Wait, were you done, Rarity?
Yeah, I was wrapping up. I'm just appreciating y'all listening and understanding, and don't, if you're with us, like, obviously we're open about it, so you can always, if you have questions or if you want more information. But if it's great at like leaving you with information, but you can always ask. And just know that we're people too. Like, we go through regular stuff. We have good days just like we had bad days. It's not always bad. Not for me anyway. I can't speak for everybody. It's always nice to have people to talk to, hang out with, play with, have fun. That's one of the reasons why I stream, was to help meet people, and I didn't know that it would lead me to be grateful for that. And to having people who can understand and also just empathize, but treat you like a person. Don't treat me special just because of what I got going on. Like, I'm still just me.
That part, listen, it's the whole, like, I'll give anybody a chance and it's up to you. And it's the whole, go ahead, Rarity, slaying. Like, she just me, and don't ever, we human too, so, It's the weather for me, cause, oof.
Man.
Go ahead, DJ KPG. What's the KPG? KPG. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Yoshi-san.
Let's go. Yo, all right. So, yeah, I know who it is, man, and I appreciate, this conversation, this talk, for real. It's really cool, and listening to y'all different perspectives. Shout out to Blues Mom. With that speech earlier, man, hey, y'all was really pulling on some heartstrings over there, man. With y'all, when y'all was talking, because, we all done been through a lot, and it's just seeing somebody go through a lot of pain can be hard, but it's cool that, you got that family support over there, so yeah. But, the conversation was really dope, I don't get to talk about sickle cell a lot. Even though I'm on my stream, I be talking about it sometimes. I don't talk about it a lot. But, it was cool to, meet some other streamers who got sickle cell, So, I hope y'all continue to stay strong, I appreciate y'all inviting me here. Thank you.
I think Blue fell asleep. Blue Shadow 31.
Nope, it's not Blue that fell asleep.
Oh, it's Mama.
No.
It's the beautiful slumbers of a hardworking mama. Go ahead. Blue, go ahead and say your final thoughts and opinions. Blue Shadow 31 speaking here, but I'm gonna go ahead and give DGKPGG. Lord, I said the name all wrong. DG.
You alright? It takes some time. You know?
Can you say again? DGKPD.
PG.
PG.
DGKPG. Yeah.
Oh, G. Oh, it's an A.
Yeah.
Look at me. I just messed up on the last part. I could put an D at the end like these nuts.
Oh my God.
Big back, Dilly Billy. That's it. When I saw, go ahead, Blue. I'm sorry, I'm running off tangent. Go ahead.
So you got the spotlight.
No, you have it. I got you posted up. I had everybody's turn up in here posted up. It's your turn. Take it away, Blue.
Lady, I don't know what to say. It's all you. You go ahead with your bad self.
You're supposed to give your final thoughts, Blue Shadow 31.
Oh, okay. My final thoughts are crickets chirping in the background because I can't think of nothing.
Oh, it's my husband.
No, but you already said it. I am so thankful that we all met each other, that we're all, going that extra mile to come together, spread awareness, just have a good unleash session. Sometimes, it's great and we find friends and we talk about, chopping it up with friends and everything else, but there are just some things that, you can't exactly share with some people because they don't know what you're talking about. You could say it, but they'll be like, oh, okay, all right. But those that truly understand, those that have been in your footsteps, have been in your shoes, like basically just bonding over disfiguring those nurses that took it a bit.
Oh my God, I didn't disfigure not a single person. She still had her whole hand.
Yeah, that you know of. You might not know, she might be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna say it anyway. But and not just that, with the also the thing about the metaports, we all had, to try them. Some by choice, others not so much. We backed into a corner and just had to do it. Like, oh well, your veins aren't strong enough and they keep collapsing, or whatever other reason that we had to get a different kind of option for IVs and blood drawn. But what they didn't tell us is that neither nurses nor doctors really knew how to work with the ports. So one nurse would be like, oh, don't ever let them draw blood from here. And another nurse saying the exact opposite. And another nurse is like, oh, it's all right if you miss going in with the needle the first time, just pull it out and try it again. Like,
oh no, my God, that's not how needle poking. Right, you over there fishing. They call it fishing.
Yeah, don't be fishing, bro.
Exactly. Over here fishing, you're poking the side of the device. You're poking my chest. You're poking the bones. You're poking my lungs. You need to go get somebody else.
Right. I had that happen, and they put an air bubble into my lung, and that's when I got my port cap out. I was like, you know what? Well, fuck you. As soon as I recover from this.
Man,
I sued them for that too. I sued them the hell.
I tried 3 times and I got an infection in that port 3 different times.
3 different times because
nobody
not cleaning
tell
right.
me right. That basically, they wipe one time with either alcohol or that brown soap.
I
don't know.
Same damn needle 17 times. Like, motherfucker, then had the audacity once they done to throw it away, talking about, and then put a little clear patch over it, like, oh, this is to keep bacteria. Bitch, you just they literally tell you how to flush it.
For bacteria.
I could clean it better than them. I used to clean my own port out right when I knew I was going to the hospital. I'm like, bloop, bloop, bloop. No. And then there's a big boo-boo scar that hangs over. It's the most ugliest piece of shit that you would ever see.
Oh, I hate my scars. They
was like, would you like it again? No, fuck you.
Sometimes I'd be holding my chest and talking like people from anime. Who will marry me now?
I want to say, Blue, is that all, folks? I can't speak. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to say thank you to everyone, to Rarity, to DGKPG, to Blue Shadow 31, Mama Shadow, and
Tina.
Thank you so much. I had the name right, and I just messed it all up. Everybody knows Tina now. Tina, I think
it's so much. Pretty. Like, I love it.
So beautiful, right? I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you. I will let her know.
Guys want to donate to any of these kings and queens, go hit them up on their personal page. They're amazing. You're missing out on such a wonderful people. I love them so much. So if you're not following these amazing queens and kings, you are missing out. Shout out to Blue Shadow. We're gonna give him another shotty because I didn't. Look at that. I hope that we can come together next year and do another phenomenal stream where more people can participate and we ride out. But this has been an amazing Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Come on, PT the Gamer. We over here doing hey, hello, honey. Hello, honey bun. Can I have me some? Of that yummy yum yum. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who participated in raising for this month into the Sickle Cell Foundation of Carol's Promise Sickle Cell Foundation, where is a daughter's promise to her deceased mother of finding a cure and helping to spread awareness. That meant so much to me. Shout out to the fellow warriors of Rarity, DGKPG, Blue Shadow 31, and the supporters, our friends, everybody in the Buttercup Factory, from Black Sheep Lloyd, Drowsy Sauce 3449, PT the Gamer, Yoshi Sun, Cashew, I'm getting it, Jomi, I'm getting the names, okay, Yerby, the Zany Zebra, White Knuckle Grip, Purple Pixel, who's there in spirit, the Reaper 901, Jazzy Lamaya, Swift Remix, woo woo, Gin and Juice, I can't speak, and everybody else who is here, Ryuku, all my amazing lurkers, all my mods, Brody, the King of Buttons, King Bob! Everyone who donated for Subathon, and everybody who just pulled up. I want to give a special shout outs to those who actively help spread awareness, and I want to say again thank you to Rarity. Her name is Rarity, it's not Charity. I fucked up, was thinking about the charity I had to donate to before I ended stream, so I was saying Rarity Charity. Charity. I'm surprised I'm surprised I didn't call you Charity. I was talking about the ghetto names I'll name my kids. Charity, get back here. What you think you going? DG Capichi. Diba Cabbage, y'all. No, I was not talking about you. I was talking about ghetto names. I would name my kids. I'm turning y'all names into a.
Oh, for
Blue Bachakasha. Get back here. Blue Bachakasha.
Blue Bachakasha.
Blue Bachakasha? Are you serious?
Drusa Sauce. Drusa, get over here. Mom, why they call me Drowsy? No, it's Drusa. You tell them that. It's like Beyonce, but Drusa. Okay. Yuri? Yuri A. Yuri don't need no change on her name. 69. Sinan, get over here. Sinan. Mom, they said 69. It's Sinan.
Your ass a nine.
Damn.
I want to say thank you so much for everybody to be part of the Sickle Cell amazing stream. Thank you so much for pulling up, sharing your communities for this amazing event. It has been an honor, a privilege, an amazing adventure. Thank you to everybody who was on their page supporting. It's from It's Lisky Cosplay to Yuri Love 69, who did a whole stream carrying us through for her birthday. We had all of us on there, except for you, because I didn't know you yet, but she would have had if she would have known you. But DGKPG is amazing. True dog. And
I appreciate it.
I just want to say again, thank you to all the community. It was an honor, privilege. I also want to say that I'm barefoot and pregnant. So it's all y'all kids. Some of y'all gonna have to step up to the plate because I'm barefoot and pregnant, which y'all will expect me to do. We gonna see who we gonna rate out to, but I also want to thank everyone for being here. Also, GGKPG, you didn't explain.
I didn't get that. Okay, now go ahead, Lucy.
Oh, when I said I'm barefoot and pregnant, it's all y'all.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's funny. Okay, I like that.
Welcome to the Buttercup Factory. This is not how contained I am. I'm holding back because I usually
Drowsy.
Listen, I've been trying to hold back a lot of laughs.
It is definitely all everybody here is gonna have this child.
Loud laughing. It was funny. You are funny, yo. The stories was hilarious. Like
I promise you.
I appreciate it. I was laughing, yo, for real. Because I didn't want to interrupt the story, you feel me? Like, I didn't want to laugh too loud to interrupt the story.
Oh, you fine. You can interrupt the story. I'm pregnant and barefooted. It's somebody's. It's all of y'all. I'm blaming everybody. That's the case. Parents who don't know who their daddy, the baby's daddy is, just say it's everybody. Just go ahead. Because I used to be a ho-ho. Now I'm a half a ho. And I don't know no more. For sure. That's why I say it's all of y'all. Bars.
Alright, we rapping.
I also want to say, tell everybody when you stream DGKPG. I want people to know you, what you about.
Oh yeah. That's what I meant to say earlier. Tomorrow is the start of Frotober. Okay, I'll be wearing my afro during stream.
I've been dying to see your afro, baby. My afro toes is ready for them.
Okay.
Bringing out the afro, you know what I'm saying? And it's actually Black History Month in the UK, so that's kind of interesting.
What the hell? October? Now, how they get 31 days and we get? That's some racist. I'm taking. Where's the Europe? British? Where is that? London?
I knew I belonged over there. I knew that's where I was supposed
to be. I need to go over there. Like black. That's why they over there supporting black people better than the Europeans, the Americans. No wonder why. What's her name? Will tell you could be my American boy. Take me to the garden. I wanna see LA. No wonder why she over there shoot booba dooba doing. I don't got vocals. Don't call me out. It's just like,
I mean, if you say so, but you know.
Right. Thank you. Me and Rarity in a girl group called Charity. Charity. You could catch us every noonday and moongay playing Oogay. That was Pig Latin. Listen, bars. We like TLC, but it's only two of us. So we 2C.
Right?
Juicy.
She juicy and I'm booty.
Mm.
Together we make juicy booty.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know, that could go. You know, that could be a smash hit right there.
I'm ready to wet some of them Brits. You ready to wet some of them Brits? I will. Like, what did Nikki say? By the way, Nikki at the VMAs, that rap was horrible. She was up against the bongos. Bong, bong. I don't even like that song. She over there dissing everybody. Girl, if this is your start of your pink print, you lost me at the first bars. It's no. Why am I even talking about Nikki? But I'm just saying, no offense. I want Nikki to deliver from the pink print volume 2 needs to be the rendition of ramen. I call him ramen, like some Roman dishes. Anyways, ramen and everybody else. She's not giving Nikki right now. I don't know who she giving, but not giving Nikki. I need her to give Monster, Kanye West, where she was like, pull up in the money about all the big gangster with the bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, be the model color Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. First things, I need her to eat. Right now, she's just barfing.
She went crazy on my.
Like she forgot. Oh my goodness, Blue.
This phone.
Fuck sickle cell.
Right, fuck that part. See, look, she over there added to it bar.
Blue_shadow_31 just resubbed for 24 months. Blue heart, love you, magnificent Twitch wife. I'm so blessed you made me a Twitch husband. Blue heart, chance. 2 great years. 2 great years. 2 acquired and ready for more.
I need to rate. I need to write about that for real. I actually got a poem I wrote about suffering and silence, but I need to write one about fuck sickle cell.
Oh, I need this. Go ahead, you ready, and share a piece of your amazing art before we.
You want to hear my?
Yes, I love poetry. Go ahead, snap. Everybody, pull up a chair. Listen to Rarity, hear and clear, loud and clear. Show Rarity some love. She is a writer. She's an author. Her book is coming out. Fuck sickle cell. Soon to be released. Go ahead and look out for that. Pink print volume 2. I love you too, Blue Shadow 31. You mean everything to me. Take it away, Rarity. I'm a mute because I want you to get your sign. I mean, your snaps.
Okay, I wrote this a while back. This is the first public reading. So it goes like this. Sometimes I tend to suffer in silence, trying to keep the salt water in my eyelids. It's nonsense that I even speak of it, but that's the only way that I can make peace with it. Smiling and laughing, trying hard not to show the secrets inside I don't want anyone to know. Even though sometimes the struggle it shows, so why bother? Yet I try harder because no one must know. The person that I show is who I desire to be, happy, pain-free, and bubbly. Sometimes the SC makes me want to curl up and hide. I tried that, it didn't work, and I only made things worse. So I cried and cried. I thought that part of me died because in my heart, I know I deserve to thrive. So I project what I want to be instead of what is, and hope you can forget the poor performance I give because I really, really just want you to know the confident, happy, pain-free side that I show. She is the woman I want the whole world to know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that Jay was. Hey, okay.
Thank you.
Rare and Ted. Fuck sickle cell. I need you to come over here and tell everybody how the world feels. Listen, the tears, the salt ducks.
Oh, water from the island, yeah.
Yeah, I needed. Listen, I wanted to lick your tears away, girl. She spoke volumes. The whole like suffer in silence. So I try, like you just give up, like if nobody understands that. Like, but you, because you only feel that pain.
Yeah.
I just.
You try. Hold
girl, it. When's this pink print volume 2 coming out?
I'm trying to have it out by the end of the year.
I'm very
I'm
excited.
literally putting together a book of poems. It's just a few poems that I've written, and I'm putting them together. And I'm working on it.
Rarity, me too, girl. I got a whole poetry short story book. But go ahead. You know what? She's an author too. Look out for she's a poet, and you didn't know it. Show it so she can glow it. Tear ducts from her eyelids. Tear ducts from her eyelids. You could go ahead and cry, but she'd call you an island.
Bars.
See the pain we suffer, y'all don't see. So go grab you a lemon tree and squeeze. Get it? Life is like lemons. So I make lemonade.
Make some lemonade.
Okay.
And some lemon
like a straight cat on all of them motherfucking trays. Bars. My Nicki Minaj album coming out next year.
Let's go.
It's called Ghost Titties Part 2. It's got things such as got milk, biddies for them titties, and Who's That Woman brought to you by featuring PT the Gamer. PT, if you don't know who this is, you're missing out. This is an amazing ass rarity. You are missing out. This queen is so dope. Go follow, go check her out. She makes jewelry for men and women. So go support. Especially the melanated crew of you know who. Bars looking like boo boo. Cause you the fool. Look at me. Nikki need to hire me.
Thank you so much. I always appreciate the support.
Thank you so much for supporting and following. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all with this amazing intro video about sickle cell, and then from there we are going to raid out. Please stick around for the raid because it just not only helps support me, but it is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and the person that I'm raiding is my Jesus. I ain't even gonna try to say that name. Welcome on in. Is it Morgan? Can somebody help me? I'm radio right
Mild
now.
Greens.
Mild Greens.
Yeah.
Welcome on into the Buttercup Factory. Yummy yum. That yummy yum was for you because you are so delicious. Even though it said coochie. But yeah. If y'all wonder what coochie is, this is the little kitty cat pulling down the vibes. I have to say that because that's true. Coochie is not a part of my inanimate objects that I do not like to display nor show. I want to say thank you to everyone who donated to the Carol's Promise Sickle Cell Foundation. It really means a lot to us that for the support. Thank you so much, Rarity, for also contributing and me moaning. Rarity. I hope that y'all stick around for this raid because the person that we are raiding into is also a warrior. He's in the chat. We are going to raid into GGKPG. He is streaming. And so
yeah, we cool.
We are going to go ahead and do that. Stick around for that, but also before we raid out, I am going to give another intro to the video of what Sickle Cell is. Again, if you want to follow these amazing streamers, their name is on the side for Sickle Cell Awareness Month. We've been celebrating these amazing streamers and also warriors for this entirety of this month, and these are my favorite streamers. I love them so very much. I kick it with DGKPG. I actually went over there and said, hey, I'm in this crisis right now. What you doing? What we gonna do it? I kept up with Rarity and everybody. Everybody that was supposed to be a part of this. Through the pain I was pushing. I was like, you know what? Who else did I miss? And I was like, oh, come on here, Rarity. Rarity was on it. She was like, okay, I'm here. Bam. And she delivered. She said, I am, and she is here. So I'm grateful to Blue Shadow, Rarity, and DGKPG for being here. Shout outs to Sentient Sword, who isn't here. I know that Rarity is facing a lot of issues in her elbow. I could punch that out for you. Not physically, but in the blood, like, you know, put them together and make some good, you know. But I love y'all so much. I cherish y'all so much. Thank you so much. If you want to join the Discord link is down below. Also, I would like to put everybody's link, if you can, of your stream in the below to show support to these amazing streamers. That's Rarity, Blue Shadow. I could just give a shout out. What am I doing? Backwards compatibility. Listen, Remedial Cookie activate.
You are. I really enjoyed this. So.
Yeah, this was awesome. We definitely got to do this again.
Yeah, that would be cool.
DGKPG.
Yes, ma'am.
Get it right.
Yep, you did.
Did it? Because I had the capital. Okay, look at me. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I clap. So please enjoy this amazing video where I'm still going to talk through it because we still here. But enjoy this amazing video while we get ready to rate out to the amazing DGKPG. Enjoy. Love y'all. Until next stream. I will not be streaming tomorrow because this was enough of a stream. I am coming out of a whoo-hoo. So enjoy the new emotes because it is October tomorrow, and the new emotes will be Halloween spooky, so that we have the ghost, everything that you liked from last year will be back, plus a little bit more surprise motherfuckers is here. So enjoy. Love y'all so much. Again, thank you so much to the amazing warriors for being a part of this awareness month. And tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend to tell a motherfucking friend to tell a motherfucking friend about a motherfucking sucking friend to come on and follow these amazing kings and queens. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you are great and amazing. We're going to rate out to DGKPG. I will still be there in spirit as well as physical. I'm going to take the phone to the bed and put it on my head. Bars. I'm cat in the hat without a Cadillac.
You're doing it. Okay. Hold on. I wasn't ready for that one. Okay. She coming at me with that heat.
Enjoy. Thank you so much to Lane Zebra, White Knuckle Grip, Rarity, Blue Shadow, Yuri Love 69, Drowsy Sauce, Splashy Blur, Jazzy Lamaya, Fiji Sosa LaFleur, Ryuko, Yoshi-san, Cashew, Brody Pie, and everybody else. Rarity. Did I miss anybody? DGKPG. And everybody that I missed, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I love y'all so much. Till next time, enjoy this informative video that's 6 minutes long about sickle cell. Hello everyone, I'm Butterfly Dreamer, and today is a special stream for Sickle Cell Awareness Month.
Nothing like technical difficulties to let you know something is real.
Who are also having the condition Rarity, DGKPG, Blue Shadow 31, and myself.
Yeah, no, it looks
People
nice.
have asked about diseases and the differentiation between the disease and the trait and how it affects me, including myself.
Do you put this on YouTube?
I briefly explained before throughout this entirety of this month how sickle cell trait and sickle cell anemia differ and impact many differently.
No,
you may just be curious too, as you heard me discussing about sickle cell, but may not know what it is and why this disease and this month is so important. Luckily, as a warrior of the sickle cell disease, I am here to explain the difference of the trait and the disease and how it varies, and the importance of why Sickle Cell Awareness Month, this month, is so crucial. I truly hope by the end of this, you'd help spread awareness about sickle cell disease and also other diseases that are invisible. Sickle cell is oftentimes referred to by warriors and many others as the invisible disease. The reason why many refer to it as an invisible disease is because sickle cell is an internal disease that impacts sufferers of the disease, warriors, by attacking their red blood cells. Let's take a look about the history of blood for a moment. We all know blood moves through the veins through your heart normally 60 through 100 times per minute, which means your blood flows regularly around 1.2 to 4 milliliters minutes. The history of blood 2023.
It's like a little
that means your red liquid gold travels 3 feet per second from the moment it leaves your heart, flows through your veins. How does this impact those who suffer from sickle cell disease? Great question. As you may not know, sickle cell disease is a genetic disease passed down through genetics, where the mutation of the beta globin gene, which is responsible for sending instructions for your body to make its protein, beta globin. Beta globin is just a component of a larger protein known as the hemoglobin S, located inside your red blood cells. Whenever beta globin sends its protein's information to the hemoglobin S is responsible for changing the flexibility of red blood cells. Normal red liquid is circular in shape. With sickle cell disease, the beta globin gene becomes deformed, mutated, and sends out mutated faulty hemoglobin proteins. So, what was once normal red circular blood becomes sickle in shape, hence the name. The sickle-shaped blood can block blood flow. Let's think about that for a minute. Whenever you hold your breath, your breath is begging to breathe. You're seeking air. And when you finally reach the surface, your body breathes. It's something it does normally.
I was trying to find out how to host. I figured it out later. I was
breathing.
I knew I should have Googled first because I was going
restrictions of blood flow can feel just like this, normal. Whenever sickle-shaped blood cells restrict blood flow, it can result in severe pain, known by warriors as crisis, causing underlying issues, organ damage, pain, asthma, are just a list of few things. Whenever your blood is blocked, your blood dies off faster because it's not healthy, which can result in a decrease of blood when blood transfusions are necessary. Most times, transfusions can also lead to underlying conditions such as iron overloads, infections, etc. While there are no cures for sickle cell disease as of yet, your contribution of spreading information is and can be helpful. If you have healthy blood, you can donate to your nearest blood bank. Contrary to popular belief, your blood does help save lives. If you want to, you can help spread the word about sickle cell disease, even when it's not Sickle Cell Awareness Month. If you are living with the trait, it is important for you to be knowledgeable of how just important having the trait can be. Your trait can pass down onto your children, and or you yourself can make a child with the disease. So knowledge is power in this situation. Sickle cell disease is not just a black disease, which is a myth. It impacts many, but is most commonly found in African Americans and Latin people.
And explaining it.
If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, especially during this stream. Welcome to the amazing, and I do mean phenomenal warrior stream of myself and my fellow warriors, as well as all those who are suffering from conditions you may not know about, which can seem invisible, from diabetes to other forms of pain diseases that start in the brain. Sickle Cell Awareness Month is about spreading awareness about this month, but it's also crucial to hear other people's opinions about their own events and their own personal experiences with their own invisible disease. So I hope that you stick around and help me spread the amazing awareness. Hello everyone, I'm Butterfly Dreamer, and today is a special stream for Sickle Cell Awareness Month. I present an amazing group of warriors who are also living the condition, Rarity, DGKPG, Blue Shadow 31, and myself. People have asked what sickle cell disease is and the differentiation between the disease and the trait, and how it affects many, including myself. I briefly explained before throughout this entirety of this month how sickle cell trait and sickle cell differ and impact me differently. You may just be just as curious too, as you heard me discussing about sickle cell, but may not know what it is and why this month is so important.
Luckily, as a